I just
What about
closed
that
the
Michael
tab
Cera
that I
video?
did, so I need to bring that back up.
What about that Michael Cera video, guys?
I'll,
Should we just assume that he picked Pulp Fiction?
I'll save it for next year.
Pulp
Okay.
Fiction.
Yeah, I'm sure he picked Pulp Fiction.
Someone told me that I look like him once.
Michael Cera?
Yeah.
Maybe the hair.
All right, so last time, why don't you, one of you, tell me what happened last time?
I'll do it. So last time on the Droop Troop, we went on a fucking shopping spree because for some fucking reason everyone can't help but spend money on magical items, even though we get to find them all the time. So after the fact, we all went shopping. We decided to go visit our two interests. We have Caleb Drasek and I don't know her
Azian
name.
Korzak.
Asian.
Azian Korzak.
Azian,
We only, as a group, we met Azian, who told us to go fucking drown in a temple. Thought that was pretty fine. So then our
The boy wonder.
our compatriot Dove went over and fucking got in a fight with Caleb. And after
hang
that,
on.
after
For
leaving,
one thing, I didn't
we,
get in a
ended
fight
up
with him.
a magic hole in the wall. Magic hole to go see Drasek, Master Thief.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I heard about
So
that.
right at as you were leaving the Korzak clan's house, Mune and Hugh were kind of standing over in a street corner and seems to have been following you. And then they're like, "Come on, let's go."
How's that for a recap, huh? Remember?
Yeah.
Great job, Cap.
Good job. And Hugh, when you were in this alleyway, pulled out a whistle and played a sustained note on it, and a portion of the wall began to glow, and they stepped through the wall. And then you saw a beckoning hand come through the other side. Let's say, for the interest of convenience, that they waited for Dove to return to.
I was going to say, I was definitely not there when that happened.
Brandon, you're
Korzak's house.
muted.
I'm muted?
You are muted.
Always
You are
I-
muted.
and forever.
You're most definitely muted.
Yeah. Try to.
Big old muted man.
I'm clicking the unmute button and nothing's happening. I'm just going to reboot Discord. Hang
Look,
on.
that's not my.
I don't know what happened there.
Active shopping.
Yeah, it's just like
How about
"Ooh,
now?"
we won't buy.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, we can
Great.
hear you.
I pressed unmute like 10 times. It just didn't unmute, so I just rebooted Discord.
Do I look so fast that you can't see me?
Yeah.
Or a blur. The blue blur. Yeah,
It's just a blue
so
blur.
unless you wanted to go somewhere else, we'll assume that Hugh and Mune will wait for you
Yeah.
before they do this.
We high five when he comes back.
Okay.
We all enter the hole.
Oh. As you walk through the wall, you pass through it simply. There doesn't seem to be any kind of weird transference going on. You just walk through it as if it was nothing. Inside, you see Hugh and Mune standing there, and you see a large, twisting staircase heading downwards, at least 100 feet down. It's hard to see beyond that.
Mm.
And they'll motion downwards.
Yeah, if I can go down. They
Okay.
seem like upstanding folks.
Yeah, the bird people.
Yeah.
Is it lit?
So you
Is
wanna-
it well lit?
Not well lit, no. Barely lit. In fact, make a perception check.
I can see 120 feet in the dark.
Okay. You can see at the bottom there's water, Brina.
Okay.
You can just see like a little bit of rippling and reflection. And you see... You make a perception, Brina, instead.
Okay.
Your crazy eyesight.
Shark water. Full of sharks.
Sharks.
Sorry, boy.
Roll for a shark.
Roll a D shark.
DD sharks.
11. You see the light occasionally play off what looks like a bald head standing at the bottom of the stairway.
Oh my God, it's Oscar.
I say to them and say, "Who's that?"
Mune will say, an associate.
Hey, can't wait to meet him.
And she'll look at Rick and says, yeah, I'm sure he won't be able to wait either.
I'm fucking.
She answers that to you, Brina, but she says it while staring directly at Ricky.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't notice. I'm fucking going down those stairs.
All right, so they're these rusty old iron stairs. And you come to the bottom and you look to your left and you see a bald man, human, with a scarred out eye. It's Doug. It's Doug Skull Doug.
No!
And he turns to you, says, Ricky fucking Lightning. It's been many moons, my friend. And he like punches you in the shoulder, like ribbing you.
I'm like, oh my god, Douglas Skullduggery. Why are you at the bottom of this hole?
Oh, just here. And he's like, he just like starts like picking his teeth. And he's like,
I'm like, well,
my job was told to stand here.
Oh god, well, about that thing, water under the bridge, and I look under the water, and I'm like, river.
He says, water under the bridge, which is under the sewer, which is where we are.
Oh, you love the sewer. You're a big sewer guy. Okay, well, great.
He says, besides, Ricky, we're under new management. Wasn't my call anyways.
Oh, good. Who?
And he'll actually just point. And you look forward and you hear the faint dripping of water and smell the pungent odor of a sewer. At this point, the twins are now at the bottom, and they begin leading you into what looks like an open cistern. And I'll move the picture. What picture are you on? Oh, right, that one. The picture with a lot of pictures.
There's already a lot of pictures on the screen.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm making another one.
So we can add a whole bunch of pictures to this one too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love pictures.
So they lead you into this cistern, which is definitely not as well lit as in the picture, but in the center of it, there is a large column of moonlight pouring from above.
A moonbeam.
No. Sitting in the column of light is some kind of figure. It seems humanoid, like a tall, lanky man in ordinary plain clothes, but it looks like someone has wrapped its whole head in tight white plastic. As you approach, the head darts and looks towards you. Suddenly, there is movement where the face should be. Shifting in the white space, there appears an expression, a smiling face like a theater mask. Simple black lines against the pure white, which wraps completely around the head. The figure
did the head
stands
turn,
up.
or is this just like it's on the side?
No, it's the head turned.
Okay.
And this expression appeared. The figure stands up from the chair it's sitting in, unveiling an imposing height, at least a foot taller than Ricky. And it speaks, but you see no mouth move. It's so lovely to finally meet you. I am Drasek. And he bows deeply. And he does, you can see these long, lanky hands.
I take a shocking look at Doug. What's he looking like? Is he looking fine?
He's just shoulders crossed, just kind of stern.
Unpleasant. Okay, yeah, no, I'm like, I wave. Can it see me?
The voice simply continues. I will not venture to waste your time. There's business to attend to. And then the face, you can see like ink melting away and then forming again. Instead of a smile, becomes like a very stern-looking mask. And he says, we have a common friend in the Goblin, and I think we have a common enemy in the Zentarum. I dislike them. They have no sense of balance in their work. I think we can fix that for them.
Like, oh my god.
Can I roll Arcana or Insight to see if I know what he is?
What he is? Roll Arcana.
Alright.
it probably won't do you much good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 19. You've never seen anything like this.
Okay. That's so
Um,
awesome. The one time I'm glad to fail.
and actually, everyone roll a perception check for me.
No. Oh, I don't have my guy popped out.
I'm good at that.
10, 18, 23. Yeah.
That's my character sheet. Hold on. Whoa. Perception. The king of perception.
King of threes.
King me.
Dove, your eyes, even though you're young human eyes,
Half
you
elf.
catch. Oh, that's right, you're a half elf. And you catch figures moving behind these columns to your left and right. You see like maybe 10 or more.
10 or more on each side, or 10 total?
10 or more on each side.
Okay.
And they don't seem to be like posturing around you or anything, but they seem like humanoids in these long gray, kind of baggy, flowing, kind of robish attire. And they seem to be wearing almost like burqas, like on their head, obscuring their faces. And they seem to have some kind of like crossbows, but they're not pointed. They're just kind of at their sides.
Are
they're
they
just-
looking at us as they're making this movement, or are they just sort of fanning out? Like, let me ask that differently. Does it seem like they're just tending to things, or are they making an attempt to surround us?
They seem like they were already there, and that they're just watching you.
So are they moving, or are they already there?
No, you just saw like little faint movements, like little bits of like back and forth movement, or
Gotcha.
like
I thought you were saying that they were
movements.
fanning out and like moving.
no, but
in
they're not
around
like
us.
running at you or anything.
Gotcha.
Not yet. But yeah, you just see these kind of figures in the darkness.
Okay.
I ask what he. I say, what will you help us? What are you gonna help Droop and us? With
Yes.
Oh, what do you got?
You help me.
What a
please.
great
And you
thing.
can see for a moment, Ricky, you're probably standing in front of this group. You see the column of moonlight that's coming down straight, kind of slowly creep across the ground, kind of behind you. And before you know, you hear behind you the voice talking in the column of moonlight again. But if you look around, he's behind you instead of where he was before.
When the moonlight started moving, did it move off of him, and he stayed put?
Yeah.
Did we
Weird.
see? Did he disappear, or was he always there, or what?
Now he's
It's
just
kind of
teleporting.
strange. You can only assume that he disappeared, but you only moved your eyes once you heard him speak. So you only saw him in his new position, kind of behind Ricky.
Gotcha.
All right, that is scary. I'm very scared of him. I
says,
say, "Whoa, where'd
There
you come
is
from?
the- What did you say? Sorry.
Where'd you come from?"
Oh, I'm from a lot of places. Like key lightning.
This guy, bro.
He says, there is a noble in the Zentarim's ranks, a Lord Darcy from Neverwinter. He has been trading in new weaponry, new types of armaments for the Zentarim. I do not wish for them to have this advantage. It's unbalanced and just no fun.
I say I also enjoy balance.
Yes.
Have
We
I?
have
Have
no purpose without balance.
I agree.
Hey, you guys seem well even-tempered.
I?
Just a fan of balance.
Do I know of this? Do I know of this arms dealer person?
Roll a history check.
Shep, while he's rolling, I just saw your message in Discord. I can fire up the stream if you want to watch.
It is you know the name, you've heard the name, Lord Darcy. Because you know he operates kind of in close circles, or did before Neverwinter went to shit.
Did Ricky meet him once?
Yes, he did. Or
Yeah.
he tried to talk to him. And
Yeah, and he was
Oh,
like,
that was when he had the
"Fucking
bag on his
did."
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
that Lord Darcy has a keep and a small hamlet around that keep called Darcy Burrow, which is north of Neverwinter.
Booch, how do you spell Drasek? Draysik?
Drasek.
Say, so you want him to not have those? You want him
Yes.
dead?
No. He says,
No.
I would not go to Dasiboro. There are many Zentarum ants that crawl in that town. He says, there is a caravan loaded with Lord Dasi's new weapons headed for his estate 2 nights from now. I want you to retrieve what's inside that caravan. Mune can give you the details. And you can see the moonlight start to drift back to the center where he once again appears.
And if we retrieve this caravan, then you can help us fight Helm's Horde?
You see the mask turn into like a sly grin. He says, yes, I have many information networks and master assassins at my behest. Any information you would need would be just a matter of asking.
Well, knowledge is the best weapon, as they say.
Yes.
I fucking like shockingly look at Bjorn and like, what the fuck are you guys chatting with a monster stuff?
Just chatting with the face mask, you know.
I'm like, okay, well, what do you know about is in Corsac? Do you know her? She's a friend of yours?
The matron of the Korozek clan, yes. They are powerful magic users in the city that does not allow magic. I know of her. I do not know her personally.
Okay, well.
Have I heard of this Drasek in my dealings with, I'm thinking, with my, he seems to deal in information and he knows how to find people. I wonder if maybe he and I run in the same circles. Do I know anything about him?
Before you got hooked up with Droop, you never heard of this guy.
Okay.
Me? I'll just shot in the dark. Do I know?
No.
Of course not.
Do I know?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No one's ever heard this name or heard of this description of person before.
Alright.
Mr. Drasek, what kind of weapons are we talking about? Like, what's so special about these weapons?
You see the paint and the mask kind of shift again into like a quizzical look. He says, I'm not entirely sure. The Zentarum are very well guarded. It annoys me. Their laboratories are often hard to infiltrate. But it is deadly, whatever it is.
Okay.
And I wish to have it.
What's the difference between you and the Zentarum aside from balance?
That is the difference. They wish to rule over ashes, but I know that in an uncivilized world you cannot have coordinated thieves, for everyone is then a thief. He says, I want law and order so that I can break it again. The Zentarum just wish to sit on top of everyone else.
I want to lean to Bjorn, and I'm going to cast message, and I whisper in his mind.
I think for message you have to literally point at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he can do subtle spell.
He does like cool hands. He's like,
No, I mean, I don't mind anyone
He does
nearby
like they
knowing
know.
that I could cast subtle spell, but I'm not going to. I don't mind anyone knowing that I'm casting a spell. My guess is that if this dude's like super all-powerful magician, he's going to say, oh, he's casting message, because he'll recognize the somatic components. But anyway.
He will look at you and says, I'd be careful with that above ground, young man. But you already know that.
I say out loud, yes, well, with a whatever you are, teleporting around, I don't feel like you're going to be the one to report me to the authorities. And I turn back and look at Bjorn, who I haven't stopped pointing at. And then, Bjorn, you hear in your mind, I say, what do you make of this creature, friend or foe?
I whisper back that I have no idea. Because that's the truth.
he seems to be an ally of balance. Does that strike you as a good thing or a bad thing?
Did he just say that he wants law and order so that he can break law and order?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a thief, but
yeah.
you need order to be able to thief.
Yeah.
A world with a
He's a
collapsed civilization is no good for a thief because
Yeah,
everyone's a thief then.
There is no chaos
Yeah.
without order.
there you go.
True.
So like, yeah, he needs a structure.
Yeah. I whisper back to. Are you still messaging?
I mean, every time I cast it, you can whisper back a response.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cantrip, right?
Correct.
We're just kind of like smiling and staring at this like floating entity. We're just like,
At this, Hugh and Mune will eventually walk around, kind of sloshing through the water.
So this
they'll
is
just-
water on the ground. How deep is the water?
Yeah. Very, very, like a quarter of a foot.
Does the
Okay.
moonlight look natural to me?
Make a nature check. Yeah, it seems absolutely natural. And it's weird because the way that it bends, like as if it were the moon itself were moving, also seems natural, but you're like, it can't do that. So it's weird.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why there's like combat-y music playing. It's not.
he's like,
Okay, scared.
kill them.
Kill them all.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Hugh and Mune will walk both to his side, just besides him, and they'll just kind of cross their arms.
I'm like, well, you know, you were great. This whole group was great. Hugh, show us out.
Drasek, who's still standing, says, kind of the face shifts again. He says, "But what of our deal, Ricky? I'd like for us to be friends, to be allies, to work together."
Well, as it stands now, we don't know much about you or whose. This is me out of character searching for a word. Whose means you serve, and personally, I'm not sure if I speak for all of us, but I'm not sure if we're quite ready to ally ourselves with such a, and I make sort of a gesture.
Oh, don't be
Being.
rude.
He will, the face will kind of melt again into sort of a neutral stance, and he says, "I understand your apprehension. I look and present myself in certain ways for my protection as well as yours." And he says, "But you have been with my associates for a long time, have you not?" And he motions to Hugh and Mune. And he says, "If I wanted to screw you over, I could have done it a long time ago."
True, but if you needed us to do something in particular, then you would need us to do something in particular, and you could simply leave them as a means of, or as a show of good faith, could you not? And I give a wink and
Yeah,
say,
I don't understand.
I give a
Booch
wink and
doesn't
then say,
understand that question.
say again.
I don't understand the question you
Saying
asked.
he might be using us, basically.
If he,
Yeah, but he said it really strange.
He is using
okay. So
us.
in layman's terms, I'm saying, yes, he could have screwed us over. He could have killed us. But if he needs us to do something, then he could just do that as a show of good faith in order to later have like bargaining power and say like, "See, I didn't kill you yet."
All right, I turn to Dove as Ricky, and I say, Dove, I know you're new at this. Trusting random strangers with your life literally all the time. Don't worry, it gets easier the more you stop caring.
Without taking my eye off Drasek, I turn my face, but still keeping my eyes on Drasek and say, "I'm more familiar with this than you know, boy."
Whoa, boy.
I take a good guffaw, and I'm like, I turn to Drasek, and I'm like, Drasek, of course,
Yes.
man. Like, yeah, I'm just like, we need the right stuff, you know. Maybe we let Hugh and Mune know when we're ready, but you can count on us.
He
We're
speaks
the
for himself.
caravan.
He doesn't speak for all of us.
Well, I'll speak for myself and say I look to my left and my right to my companions, and I say, all we have to do is take stop some advanced weapons from getting to the bad guys. I don't see what the problem is. It's like
And who are
an-
these bad guys? And I do air quotes.
Zentarum,
The Zentarum, you know, the
They tried to kill
Zentarum.
you. They wanted to cut off your hands.
Different guy.
I turned to Bjorn. I'm like, what? They never wanted to cut off my hands.
I was out of character, Brandon.
I know. Do I, as Dove, know anything about the Zentarum?
Oh yeah.
Figured
Oh,
as
yeah.
much. Do I
What
know
would
them
you
to
like
be
to know?
evil? Do I know them to be specifically
Yeah.
evil?
Yes. They are, so you know that they operate out of Zentil Keep, a place called the Vale. They think most people believe that their head commander is a Death Knight. They're basically like the mafia. They're ruthless killers. They only seek to empower themselves further.
Well,
Did you say that
they're the shitty mafia. They're the shitty.
They're the
lame
bad
mafia.
guy mafia.
Right.
Mafia's good.
Well, no,
Did you say
the
that
mafia is an awful organization in real life that murders people?
Yeah, but I feel like in a fantasy setting, the mafia fucking rules.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
Did you say that Zentil Keep is in the
Come on,
Vale?
Kyle.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, there's a place called the Vale that they're from, but that's all.
Right. Is that Vale as in like
I don't know. I don't remember the lore.
No. My question is, are you saying like the Vale as in the curtain, or the Vale as in like the valley, VALE?
Oh, I think it's VALE. I don't know. It's just Forgotten Lore's lore.
It's just a place.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they used to be ruled by a society of evil wizards that collapsed a long time ago, and now most people are pretty sure they're run by a Death Knight.
Do I know of any enemies? No, let me ask this differently. Is it reasonable for me to think that this evil organization could have evil opponents? That is to say, the Bloods hate the Crips, but that doesn't mean that the Bloods are good guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very possible.
Literally anything is possible. There's a magic monster in front of us.
I say
Okay,
in
so-
Elvish to Dub, I say the enemy of our enemy is our friend.
I say in common out loud, the enemy of my enemy is not always my friend.
And he will say back in Elven, he says, "And I'm just trying to be a friend."
I give him a nod.
He
Perhaps
nods
you'll
back
forgive
very
my
slowly.
perhaps you'll forgive my hesitation, Lord Drasek, but with us having just met you and not knowing much about who you are or where you're from or whose whims you serve, I'm somewhat hesitant, and I'd love to get to know more about you, but I fail to see why I should risk life and limb for someone I've just met.
You shouldn't.
Then what's in it for me?
He says, "For you, apparently not much." He looks to the rest of the group.
I'm like, we're helping Helm's. We're gonna take Helm's Hold back.
We're gonna stop Helm's Horde from terrorizing.
Yeah, we're saving people from Helm's
the
Horde.
fucking-
Wait, out of character, I thought that this was the Zentarum, not Helm's Horde.
Yeah, well, we're doing this for the Zentarum
He's
to
going
save
to
Helm's
give us.
Hold.
He's going to give us information.
We're doing it against the
versus
Zentarum.
to
Yeah,
stop Helm's Hold.
that is the mission.
To stop
Right.
Helm's
Doing
Horde.
the mission for something for him to help us.
Droop's
So he can give us
mission. Droop's mission is to restore order.
Yeah, exactly.
And to
And
fix
he
things.
has information that can help us do that. So
Not
Yeah,
so
no,
much
he said he
information. He
has
has
a
like
network
spy
of
networks.
assassins.
He has assassins, thieves
Right.
guild that you can
Yeah.
use.
There you go.
Or that he will offer because he believes that Droop's mission to restore a civilized world is in his favor as well,
Right.
because he'd be out of a job without a civilized world.
in character, I say then, if he wields the power that he claims, then perhaps he could show us exactly what he can accomplish, and once we see his power, then perhaps we'd be more or let me say that differently. Once we see that his power can be used to help us, then I would be more willing to throw my back into his.
What do you wish to see, child?
I pause and I rub my chin. Can you show us the location of Helm's Horde's commander?
He says, "One moment," and you'll see him make a motion towards Mune, and immediately she'll turn into a raven and kind of echoes through the cistern.
Oh,
She'll only be a moment. My thoughts and memories are very vast. And he'll step back and he'll just sit down while the face actually the expression would turn and completely white again. And you're just standing there for several minutes.
I'm like, oh great, look, you killed him.
Well, no. In response to that, I say, well, if your thoughts and memories are so vast, is she going to explore them physically?
She is my thoughts.
whoa.
I see. So these are no common half-elves, are they?
Comes back, perches on his shoulder, and you can see the bird just like kind of squeaking where an ear would be. He goes, yes, I understand. One moment.
I look intently at the bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big raven with kind of blue smoke burning off of its eyes.
Oh, I saw a fucking falcon on a streetlight today.
Good job.
It was big, much
The-
bigger than a pigeon.
The face kind of reforms like ink pouring into it, and it's a kind of a stern face, and he says, Inquisitor Caria is at Helm's Hold. Truth Seeker Dravis, however, her second in command, seems to be circling the area around the High Moor to the south.
What was that name? I couldn't type fast enough.
The high
Inquisitor Caria,
Yeah, the second name.
Truth Seeker Dravis. Says, there. My thoughts have come back to me.
I turn to the rest of the...
The raven flies for a bit and turns back into Mune.
I turn to the rest of the party and say, perhaps we should validate his claims before we're willing to charge into battle, and without knowing who exactly we're working with. He
How are
could
we
very
gonna
easily
validate?
lie to us.
You want to go to Helm's Hold? Go
But-
hang out.
Doesn't your friend Droop, Mr. Mattis, doesn't he trust him? Isn't that enough? You've trusted him this whole time.
I've trusted him because he's paying me. But I've also not charged into battle without having a significant reward behind it.
Well,
And I'm like, you got to learn to be a hero,
There is-
my friend.
there is a significant reward. He's helping us.
Yeah,
He's helping us.
that's the reward. It's like getting paid, but
information.
But again, we know not that he'll follow through on his claims. With all due respect, Lord Drasek, we know not that he may be deceiving us and actively do nothing once we've achieved his goals.
I'm like, well, Dove, maybe you should stay home. You'll be
Yeah.
fine. You'll be safe.
You can stay here. You didn't seem this inquisitive when talking to Azian.
Did Azian strike you as the same, or did Azian strike you the same as this?
He's a
creature
horrible
did?
monster. You'll see many horrible monsters while you're out and about.
Oh, and I've seen many horrible monsters to this point, but I've never allied myself with any.
I say,
Well,
Dove,
I
we
can tell
should-
you from
we need all
experience.
the help
You
we
don't
can
need-
get.
I can't hear what
Dove.
either of you were saying because you're talking at the
Say
same
it
time.
again, Dylan.
I say to Dub, we need all the help we should get. We can get. I think we should go.
Yeah. So again, Mr.
Yeah.
Drasek,
So it
we'll,
sounds like-
Yeah.
I'll be happy to assist you with this, and we'll work out the kinks later.
And I say,
And we-
I
and
will
we-
be
and
assisting
we-
Brina in this.
You can see that the ink kind of forms into a slight smile and says, I'm glad to hear it.
You said that Mune has the details,
Yes.
and Mune Mune staying here, or is he coming back with us?
He will say that they are both staying here, but she will be your contact.
Okay.
Without looking away from Drasek, I say to the rest of the party, I'd like to speak to him alone, if you don't mind.
Oh, God.
So that's fine. We're gonna go and prepare to go and intercept
Yeah.
this caravan.
Make sure we're not here for whatever is about to happen.
Before I leave, I'll ask Mune how we can get in touch with her.
Oh, yeah. Ask for a whistle. Can we get a whistle?
She says she'll actually look at Ricky and Taurus and say, you don't have the coin anymore?
And I'm like, oh! You'll see
Butterfinger.
the Zentarum.
It doesn't matter. I have another one. And she'll
Okay,
reach into her
thank
pocket.
you.
Takes out this big brass coin that has a
Fang on it.
a picture of a shrike
Oh.
on the coin,
Oh.
and she says,
Tooth.
spend that at any inn or place of business, and I'll be outside within a
Taurus
reasonable amount
grabs
of
it from
time.
me.
I can only fly so fast.
Taurus grabs it. He's like, give me that.
I know that
fucking
feeling.
Yeah, he says, next time we're letting the hands get cut off, and he sticks it in his fucking pocket.
All right, so you guys want to go off and get more information from Yoon about the job?
I thought she was staying here.
So she's gonna like walk you back, kind of like to the staircase and give you the things that you need to know.
Yeah,
Without
I'm
going into role playing stuff, I would ask them like where we can meet up later and tell them that I'm not abandoning them. I just want to not grill this guy, but I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up.
I give you the OK symbol, and I'm like,
Is that two fingers, concentric circles?
oh yeah, no, that's actually a steeple, and it goes in and up and down.
Okay, well I don't know that gesture because I've not traveled with you before, but you make it anyway, and I just look at you and kind of go, okay, sure.
I give Drasek the some kind of thieves can't like a goodbye in thievish.
You will see the ink kind of reform, and it says into lettering that says goodbye across his
And I'm
forehead.
like, ooh, unpleasant.
This guy is awesome.
Once they're out of the room, I would ask him, do you mind indulging
He
me?
actually like stands up, and it looks like he's about to start walking away, and you can hear like the kind of shuffling of the people in the corners around and stuff start to move. As you start to speak, he starts and says, "I'm sorry. Can I help you further?"
You may. While my associates may be more trusting of you than I may be, I require a bit more convincing, and hopefully you'll understand it's not a matter of disrespect, it's a matter of self-preservation. I've not been in this business this long by simply throwing myself at any problem that comes along my way.
And how long have you been in this business?
Long enough to know that everything is not as it seems.
You are very correct.
If you truly are this omniscient being, and you are you wield information as readily as I do magic, perhaps you can tell me something.
Perhaps.
Do you
I'm not
know me?
omniscient. I do not claim to be.
Do you know me? Do you know who
Yes.
I am?
Yes.
Then you know where I come from, and you know my employment history.
Yes.
Then do you know of a girl?
What girl?
Whoa,
I let a dry smile come across my face and say, perhaps you don't know all you claim then.
The face kind of turns into a slightly confused, and he says, "I'm not sure what the question is. I know many women."
I say, what do I say to him?
Are you speaking of your mother?
Out of character, I'm making reference to Roshin.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe that was a part of my backstory that had slipped your mind. When I worked in the cities, in a similar vein as you, dealing in information and finding people, there was a girl that I worked with who disappeared. Do you know of her?
Oh, Roshin, you mean?
Yes, sir.
And
And what can you tell me of her?
she worked for you. That is the extent that I know of her, or the extent that my thoughts and memories have told me while they were watching you over these past years.
So do you see all, in all the cities, in all the keeps?
Only what my birds tell me. I am not omniscient. I am not magical or powerful in the ways you may think. I rely on people telling me things. If they know, then I will know if they want to tell me.
And how many birds have you?
Oh, now many.
Hundreds?
Thousands.
I nod slowly, and I don't turn away from it, but I just kind of turn my head and kind of look down and keep nodding and say, why is it that you're so intent on destroying the Zentarim? If you are as powerful as you seem, couldn't you do away with them in but an instant?
No, not the Zentarum, not in an instant. He says, and like there's a concerned face comes over kind of the white, tight plastic head of this nearly 7.5 foot tall creature. And he says, I can only do what is in my power to do. I have to work for it the same as everyone else. I cannot just destroy one of the most powerful organizations in the world. That would be silly. Only a god could do that.
And how am I to know that you're not a god? And then I pause and say, what are you?
I'm trying to be a friend, and you don't know that I'm not a god. And then, like, there a moment passes, and then the face turns into this, like, large, laughing kind of theater mask, and he goes, ha, 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 ha.
He got a sense of humor. I like him.
Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
Asperger's. Unable to detect. Attack!
Regarding what?
Uh,
Oh my god.
you all right, Dylan?
A train comes through the cistern!
Well, there's the
Roll for
504.
Good job.
Does he, when he says this, does he mean, is he, what's his attitude? Is he trying to pull one over on me? Does he seem like he's being straight with me? Is he, like, what's his...
You sense that he's just he's being sarcastic with you. Like, he's just kind of
Gotcha.
trying to put levity into the situation. And in fact, he will say, he's like, I understand that my appearance is odd, but I have to keep myself anonymous if I want to achieve a level of anonymity that I enjoy. He says, this is for you to remember. And he touches you on the shoulder just barely. And he says, if you stay anonymous, you'll find information much easier to come by. Young dove.
Do you not find it more difficult to win people's trust?
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. There is other business elsewhere.
One more question, if you don't mind, my lord.
Surely.
If you were to, how do I want to phrase this? If you were to wish our destruction and you were to be playing us for fools, how would you kill us?
Good answer.
He says, you wouldn't know it was me. You wouldn't know it even happened.
Well, and that's my point. Would there be masked assassins coming for us in the night? Would we simply blink out of existence?
He says, what's the difference?
Oh, fuck yeah!
I pause. I sort of look, not skyward because we're underground, but I sort of just tilt my head to the ceiling and say...
As you do, you can see the dripping. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah.
I nod and say, that'll be all, Master Drasek. Thank you for your time.
I hope that we can be friends, Dev. You have a lot to learn, and I think I have a lot to tell everyone.
Dad figures.
I nod and say in Elvish again, say, and hopefully you have much to teach. And I give him a courteous bow as he walks out, and then I follow him.
He'll bow back to you, his soul like 7.5 feet tall, kind of bowing forward. And
he bows down, and then he's my height.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, at the bottom half of his face, you can see the light kind of playing off this pure white face as he bows. And he stands back up and he says, and he doesn't say anything. You can just see the expression fade from his face, and he turns around. And he just starts walking, but you don't hear like any splishing or splashing in the water. And like you wait for a second to turn around, and he's gone. He's nowhere to be seen. And you look around as well, and you can't see any of the figures that were behind
none of the dudes that were there.
The columns, yeah.
He's dudeless.
In fact, you're just standing alone in a dark cistern right now, and you're like,
wet.
This is kind of creepy.
Wet, cold.
I go to meet up with the rest of the party.
All right, I'm doing a push-up contest with myself. I'm like, I swear I got 35 last time. 33 is a low for me.
So, Mune will walk you back to the rusty stairs, and she'll kind of stand with one leg up on one of the stairs, talking to you guys. Yeah, you'll actually see Dove kind of coming back and says, "Did you guys have a good time?"
To me?
You get your pound of flesh.
I scratch the back of my head and say, I had an interesting time, that's for sure.
Drasek's an interesting man. Anyways.
So he is a man then?
I can't really be sure.
But you are his thoughts. And then I wave my hand and say, it is no matter. I'm willing to work with him on the condition that, and I whoever's like next to me, I put my hands on their backs and turn and look at them and say, we should keep an eye on ourselves, should we not?
I look down at me. I'm like, yeah, sure. We got the coin. The coin gets you out of tight spots. Let me tell you.
Well, and the coin may get us
out. She'll be like, yeah. There was one time. Well, never mind.
I'm like, oh, don't worry. It's a great drink. I'll tell you today.
Though the coin may get us out of problems, I fear that this Drasek may not be all he's representing to us. And I turn to Hugh and Mune and say, if you'll allow me, the question is what exactly there is to discover about him. I believe that for the moment his intentions are, I wouldn't quite say pure, but they're not maligned to our own. But we should be cautious in giving him more power.
Okay.
Good talk. All right.
No,
cool.
sorry. My sound just cut out, and I was like, all right. So, yeah. So I have a tactical thing I kind of say, but I'm dumb. So I'm just like, well, it seems like his plans don't really mess with the wizard lady's plan. So we should be able to really kind of do both. I don't think they're in it for one another. So that seems really helpful for us.
I snap my fingers and say, speaking of which, I spoke with Caleb Jarzak.
We're like, yeah, no, we were there.
You weren't there, actually.
She was a lady, and it was awful.
No, Caleb is the other guy, out of character, the guy that I went to talk to. Oh, okay. No, Master Lightning. I mean Caleb Jarzak, the other member of the council that was willing to help us.
Oh, you mean you went off in a huff and you went to go talk to him?
Out of character, we were all talking to Azian, and then I was like, I'm going to go talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
no,
okay.
But you were like, I'm going right now. Oh, I know.
I don't think that was how it went down. I thought it was that well. Anyway.
How was the meeting, Deb?
Yeah.
The meeting was fruitless. He offered us men and offered no more information than that.
And we already are men.
Precisely my thoughts, which is why I don't...
Oh, yeah. Hey, Brina.
Precisely why I see no reason to work with him.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay. Well, it seems like
I guess.
Asian or whatever the fuck your name is didn't want us to work with him anyway.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Asian?
all right, Mune.
Asian wanted you to work with her. You have 5 potions of water brew. Well,
Yeah,
4 actually.
he's saying didn't want us to work with Caleb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so I say, all right, Mune, what information can you give us
No,
about...
by the way, Caleb, Droop told you that he was interested in working with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb wasn't interested because fucking what's his face went and what's his face. I don't know. He just told us that he seemed like a dick. So we're like, cool, sounds like a dick.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like a fucking dick to us.
Well, I mean, Asian was a dick as well.
Yeah, but we all saw it.
That's true.
We're like, yeah, I mean, she's mean, but we're pussies, so that's fine.
The only nice person you've met is the weird fucking Slender Man monster
What a
that
great,
you met
nice
in the
man.
fucking sewers.
Yeah. All right, so I ask Mune, give us some info. Where can we see these fucking shipments? When do they come?
How far
Because,
away is this caravan?
the wagons are being picked up at Finian's Fine Goods in the city above at 10 p.m. 2 nights from now.
2 nights, huh? Well, that gives us only 48 hours.
Indeed.
I
She
look
says-
like a math genius thing coming to that.
She says the name of the man picking up the goods is named Tylian,
Human?
What time will he be picking them up?
a human. 10 p.m.
Alright.
2 days from now. She says Finian, the owner of the shop, is a halfling. He's expecting for it to get picked up, and that's mostly as much as we know. She says they'll travel across the river and along the Blackford Road to Dassyborough. And he says, how you obtain it is up to you.
So we're supposed to sabotage the weapons or bring
Yeah,
them
so
it
when
back?
we get it, what would you like us to do?
No, Drasek wishes for you to bring it back to him.
We
Because if
talking
you-
big boxes? Can we carry this out? Do we need these horses?
2 wagons. Its contents we don't know. It's being pulled by 2 large stallion.
Oh God.
Are we allowed to know what these weapons are?
They don't know.
No, I'm
like,
just
all right,
saying.
It's
I asked
advanced
them.
technology.
I asked them once we find these weapons, are we allowed to look at them, or are we not to lay eyes on them?
She says, as long as it's all there, whatever you find, I don't see a problem.
So I fucking sit for a second and I'm like, okay, I've done wagon heists before. This isn't new. Can we get 2 horses? Maybe give them back?
I say I can help with that. How long do you need the horses for?
Oh, we'll need them in 2 days, all night.
Oh,
We're gonna need. Okay, if you can get us the horses, we need some kind of small caravan. Done this before. This is too dangerous to not have our own getaway.
She'll say caravans are available for purchase in the city above.
I say, why don't we just hijack the wagons?
Yes, that's a great plan, Bjorn. But sometimes 3 of your men die to get, and cart normally explodes because someone betrays you. Trust me, this has all happened before.
Is the caravan guarded, or is it just the drivers?
She says, the 2 people, we know that there are 2 people, humans, picking it up. She says, we assume that there will be Zentarum guards. How many, we do not know.
Well, if the Zentarum wish to protect these weapons, then my guess is that it will be well guarded.
My guess, too, she says. She says, if you wish to ambush it, the Blackford Road is long. There are many spots that you could scout. But, however you want to, if you want to take this wagon, Drasek does not care of the means. He only cares for the results.
Out of character, to clarify, Finian's Fine Goods is sending off the caravan or receiving the caravan?
Sending it off.
Okay.
Someone is coming to pick it up at 10 p.m.
Do we
named
know?
Kylian.
Perhaps we should wait until after the caravan leaves and speak with this Finian and see what he can tell us about it.
I look over Dove. Is he a sneaky looking motherfucker?
Oh, yeah.
He's
Cool.
shady.
I'm like, Dove, we'll talk when we get above the sewer, because it's fucking smelling like shit in here. Let's go up.
I've got some ideas.
Let's go back to the bulwark and discuss our course
Yeah,
of
this
action.
is my jam.
Mune, by the way, will say, and when I said the city above, I mean the city above, not above the sewers. I mean above ground.
Ugh,
Yes, your meaning was clear.
so fiery and awful up there.
It is pretty horrid.
Wait, I
So,
asked,
are we clear?
Mune, I say, do we know how longer before 10 p.m. the caravan will be prepared? Or no?
That we do not know. The only thing that our spies have infiltrated is Finian's paperwork, his invoices. And there is one that says to be expected to be picked up by one Tylian and one other human at 10 p.m. We believe those contents are the Zentarum, so they will be traveling back to Dasiboro based on manifests that we also retrieved.
Why don't we just take the items from Phineas?
I say, maybe
That's the thing, Breen. We've got plenty of plans. I got an idea.
What time of day is it
I
now?
thought maybe we hash
Well,
them
no.
out.
Is there? Are you guys close to Finian? Would it be a problem if we
Yeah, it's above us.
took
Are you
him?
asking this of Mune?
Yeah.
Oh.
She'll say we have no connection to him. He's just some trader.
Out of character, what time of day would I ballpark it to be? Morning, afternoon, evening?
Evening, late at evening. If you had to guess, I mean, it's hard to say because it's actually weird because the moonlight that you've seen down here is the first time you've seen any kind of outward light since
We
you
saw
got
Grant.
here.
To the lower city, you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, time is not on our side, friends.
Well, let's head to the bulwark and
Why
discuss
not?
our options.
Why discuss there when we can discuss
I
here?
agree.
I gesture around and say there are no peering eyes other than perhaps Drasek's birds, and then give a grin to Hugh and Mune.
Hugh's actually not there. It's just Mune.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, all right, fuck. I sit down.
She'll go caw,
Stairs.
I laugh audibly.
and she says there's with the protection there aren't. She'll kind of like, how would she say this? She's like, there aren't a lot of eyes and ears in the city besides ours. She says you'd be safe to discuss it where you like.
Do I know anything of the city layout? If we were to go to the bulwark, are we towards Finian's Fine Goods or away from it? Or I guess we have to
either
get
way.
back up to the upper city, huh?
Yeah,
You gotta
so,
go up. Yeah.
I
I
shrug.
just thought it'd be better there than on a staircase. We can do it here. That's
Yeah,
fine.
the whole city, the whole underground city is not that hard to traverse. It's just knowing where you're going.
Gotcha.
Like it probably takes from end to end, from like the market stack to the end of the financial district or the homeway to the end of the miners' borough. Probably only takes an hour each way. It's not too hard. It's just a multi-leveled city with lots of crisscrossing passageways.
Gotcha.
So you just
Okay. Let's head back to the bulwark then.
Because they're not following us, right? So
No.
great.
She says.
Yeah, they're not following us.
She says, I will be, someone will be waiting for you outside the bridge, the upper city, where we arrived in. She says, they'll be waiting for you for 2 days after 10 p.m. If you do not arrive, then you probably died or worse. And she says, but if you do show up with the carriage...
Wait, if we do not meet these people, we will die?
No, we are dead. That's probably why we didn't meet up.
says it'll-
They would assume us dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jesus Christ.
I thought it was saying if you don't meet him, we'll kill you. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, you got yourself wrapped up in
That's
a big
awfully
situation.
threatening. Whoa.
She says, the person now will know it's you, and they will take the cart off your hands, and then we'll be in touch shortly after.
So we have but 2 days to retrieve these weapons, is what you're saying?
Yes. 2 days until they are being picked up by the Zentarum, and then from 2 days after that, you have to arrive back.
Well, it's possible that we managed to secure the weapons from the trader, but have some trouble evading the Zentarum. Is there any way that we can contact you should we be waylaid?
She said, she just points to the coin.
I shrug. Fair enough. Okay, let's go to the bulwark.
Very well. talk to you in a while. And she'll turn around and kind of walk back into the cistern.
All right. To the bulwark.
The
We got a bulwark song. It's like,
Let's go.
and it's like a smash cut of Lusk and some like big ream of paper and like a charcoal, and we're like fucking drawing on it, but we're just doing dicks, and we're like, yeah.
All right. So you go back up the long twisting staircase to the top, and you look at the stone flat wall, and you're like, weird. And you just like put your hand through it, and it still goes right through your hand.
Do I know anything about the magic that it's doing? Is it just illusion? Is it something else?
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Oh, thanks, kid.
An Arcana.
Horrible.
Whistle make wall good.
Hey, that's what's next.
So you walk through the wall again, out into an alleyway, but strangely enough, it does not seem like the same alleyway that you went into. It seems like you're somewhere else in the city.
Okay.
And
Unnerving.
that I'm going to take a quick break because I got to take a pee.
I will also pee.
All right.
I was waiting for that
And I'll
opportunity.
change the music away from the creepy music.
All right, who's here?
The creepy play.
Literally everyone's gone.
Maybe.
No, I mean whatever. It's a fucking guy.
I say, Ricky, you seem to be a smooth talker. Maybe you could convince this Tyrion.
Watch me.
That's the.
Literally,
Kyle?
I'll trust anyone, and then kill them when they betray me. I'm going to live, so fine. Yeah, I got new friends. Look at all my new friends. All right, so Bjorn, I got Bjorn. So Dylan,
Yeah.
what kind of sneak are we dealing with you? What do you got? Persuasion. Give me the good stats.
What kind of sneak?
Yeah,
If we need to be sneaky, I can arrange that.
you can.
Yeah.
How sneaky?
We can be incredibly sneaky.
Like level 10 sneaky or like level 5 sneaky?
Well, out of character, I have Pass Without a Trace. That spell
Yeah.
that. Like,
No, we're metagaming right now.
yeah.
So, okay. No, I have some ideas, and I'm open to some. I think we should definitely check out Phineas's Fine Goods.
Yeah, we should
Just
definitely
case the place.
Yeah. I'm
Think that.
thinking, I think it'd be much easier if we get the caravan before the Zentarum pick it up. Maybe
course.
You
But-
could.
There are guards in the city that aren't just going to let that happen.
That aren't what?
That aren't going to let that happen.
Yeah. Well,
So-
maybe you have a disguise kit, right?
I do not. I have nothing.
Oh
except,
yeah, you gave up. You gave that up.
I can I have second story work, so I can get to his second floor and just like sneak around. But
All right.
there's some issues. So here's some ideas I was thinking. If we could get some ideas. Cut off the horse when there is the army. When it's
When it's
being
on
pulled
the
by
way.
Zentarum.
So
Yeah.
here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cast plant growth, which makes like it has a huge radius and it makes the ground like difficult terrain, and it makes they have to spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot, so it's like really, really slow. So I think
what? Huh.
I could
So what do you
cast-
think? What if we do this? Because this would be the idea, like to plan. Or Brandon, Pete, we're talking about
Yeah, I heard you.
kind of some options. I'm just going with the most obvious first, and if we were to attack on the road, the Blackened Road or whatever it's called, is that what it's called?
Blackford.
Blackford Road, how that would go. Some plans I had were to have a getaway horse to either draw the army away from the thing, get that, or take it off, or take their horse and go away, depending on how that would work out.
I can conjure some horses for us,
Mhm.
but it only lasts for an hour. I have 3 spell slots, so I could do 3 hours at most.
Okay.
Taurus will say, I got my own horse.
Oh yeah, it's like horse magic.
No, he'd call it a John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my own John.
He's like, everyone's like, what is a John? It's like, it's a type of horse.
You can see here, this is Blackford Road, right? No.
See, I can take out the caravan, no problem, but I don't want to damage the goods.
Yeah, so there's that.
Dawsonboro.
Obvious thing is we should obviously case the place.
Yeah,
before
definitely.
anything happens. I was thinking about, I don't know, Dove's kind of sneak or like, I know he's got great deception, so like, if we could like pretend to be the Zentarum, I think how fucking hot that would be.
Well,
I rub my chin. Not a bad idea. Can you make me up to look like someone else?
Can I?
Can anyone?
If you have a disguise kit,
Yeah, I
I
turned to,
do not have a disguise kit.
you can probably buy one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Perhaps there are places to get one. Are you skilled in the ways of disguise? Brina, perhaps you. I know you. Actually, I'd probably say Brina and Bjorn. You both seem skilled in the ways of magic. Do either of you have any illusion magic at your disposal?
I do not.
I do not.
I did not.
And I'm like, you saw that guy with a mustache earlier? That was
no.
that was fucking me. That was me.
Guy with a
Good
mustache.
Yeah, I'm
Is
kidding.
Kyle? Wait, is Kyle doing a Ricky thing, or is this like a thing that really happened that I don't
He's
remember?
going to-
No,
I
it's
can
a
never
Ricky-
be sure.
the Ricky thing. And he's like, you get me a fucking disguise kit, and I'll put a fucking mustache on you. Your own mother won't remember you.
Are you? What are you, Master Lightning? I thought you were a monk.
Well, I mean, we all have a subclass. I mean,
Such as
past.
Ricky cannot be
And,
defined.
you
I
know,
like that.
we've all spent our bit of time a part of a thieving guild. Correct.
Booj,
Yes, sir.
do you know about my background feature, Ear to the Ground?
What's that?
No.
You are in frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarries move through. These people might be associated with the criminal underworld, the rough and tumble folk of the streets, or members of high society. This connection comes in the form of a contact in any city you visit, a person who provides information about the people and places of the local area.
Okay.
I want to tap into that and find out the best place to get. Well, actually, let me say that differently. Is it like illegal to get a disguise kit? Is that something that would arouse ire?
No, because it's pretty much just like a costuming kit.
Okay.
It's like it's a performers would buy it for plays and stuff.
And how much connection is there between the upper city of Mirabar and the lower city? That is to say, let's say that someone found out they were robbed and then wanted to figure out if someone went and bought a disguise kit recently. Would someone from the upper city be able to figure that out in the lower city?
Almost indefinitely not.
Okay.
Because it's so separated
Right.
economically and racially that it's...
But they could very well also be able to get to the lower city.
Okay.
So I want to poke around and find out if there's anywhere in the lower city specifically that I can get a disguise kit.
Sure.
Well, I hold this for a second. And I say, just on my knowledge of pretending to have been a lot of other people all the time, I'm like, we have to know what weapons Zentarum use. We are going to need a carriage that at least passes for something Zentarum-like. If we're going to do this, we've got to do this.
Do I
This is
know
something-
offhand about how much a disguise kit would cost?
It would cost...
Like 25 gold or something? 10 gold?
1 second. 25 gold, yes.
25 gold. All right, I hand Ricky 25 gold and I say, you see to the disguise kit, I'll investigate the Zentarum.
Well, I imagine that we don't have enough people to disguise ourselves as the Zentarum. Also, this person probably knows the people that he's picking up from, that are being picked up.
Well, be that as it may, that doesn't mean that we can't deceive him in other ways.
We can say that.
He came down with a
Well-
cold and we had to make...
Yeah,
we had to
can
make the
just say
delivery,
that. There's a change
Or
of plans.
perhaps he's
Okay.
waiting right outside, and I'm just here to, I'm just the messenger to bring you out to him so that you can meet.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my extraordinarily important merchandise that I definitely would give to anyone under any conditions for any reason. No, I think this is a terrible idea. I feel like the first thing that we should do
Yeah, I'm
is
starting
figure
to
out.
feel like this is not a smart idea.
I
First
think
thing we should do is case the place. Someone should.
What are you guys gossiping about?
My blue screen.
we need to figure out what these items are. If we know what the items are, if it's a bunch of fucking steel balls, we'll blow up the fucking cart. Then we'll take the steel balls.
That's why me and Ricky are going
This
to
is the
case
most
this place.
important thing. What is casing? Why would you case
We're
something?
going to check out the place and see if the caravan is there or not, and see what it looks like. What's
And
the
the point
layout?
is, if we're to do that,
We're
then I
going to
don't
just
think we should
gather
march.
information on this weapon emporium or whatever it is.
I don't believe that we should march in there, plain clothes, as we are, and give away our identities.
A disguise kit is necessary for whatever we do, whether we walk around the place or just look into the window and say we wear a disguise kit, just to make sure that we don't blow our fucking load right here, right now.
When he says blow his load, I believe what he means is show our hand.
And I'm like, no, I mean blow my load like out onto the wench too early, because then you paid.
Yes,
two
Ricky,
silver-
Ricky, that'll do. I understand your meaning.
Yeah. Do you?
I believe I understand it all too well. At the end of the day, I don't see any harm in going in disguise. We have, I mean, again, Booch said it was like evening, so I'd say we have many hours before this caravan's supposed to arrive. Do you have other ideas, Brina?
Figure out what the items are. That's my idea.
Yeah, that's why we want to see if the caravan is there or not.
Why would the caravan be there?
I don't know.
Well, Brina, how do you suggest we do this?
Go and ask. Go into the store. Have
Oh
a
yeah,
look
walk
around.
in and say, hey, all those exotic items that are supposed to be picked up, what are they?
You
Oh,
don't have
also,
to-
don't worry about how I know that there are exotic items that are supposed to be picked up.
You don't have to say anything. You just go and check out the store, see what they have.
Yeah,
After
that's
that,
what me
you
and
can-
Ricky are going to do.
You can move forward from there.
I still don't know how we're supposed to do that without as ourselves. Do we walk in and just let ourselves into the back room where it's obviously going to be hidden? It's not like it's going to be sitting on the shelves.
Well, we don't even know what kind of types of arms this person sells. Speaking to the salesman is probably your first best bet.
Well, I'm trying to understand if they're giving them to a certain person, why would they show them to us? What's the
Exactly.
what
That's
they have?
I'm with
I'm
Master
not.
Light.
I'm not saying that they show them to us. What is it? A Fletcher? Is it?
I think Pete just wants to go check out what kind of place it is.
Yeah,
is
no,
it
that's
a-
what I'm
is
saying.
it
I'm
an
saying
armor
let's go in
room?
disguise. Let's not just show who we are.
What does
I
this
don't-
person sell?
I don't figure it'll take longer than maybe a half hour to find a disguise kit and to get into character, as it were. So I believe it could be valuable to maintain our identities without charging in there faces naked, simply to discover what manner of wares this Finian sells. Not to mention, we could probably find that out without going there.
Tora says,
tap
"I agree
someone on
with
the shoulder
Brina."
who I tap someone on the shoulder who walks by, like, hey, do you know Finian's fine goods? What does he sell? Like, I don't actually do that, but it's, like, it could be as easy as that.
All right.
Okay, yeah,
well,
sounds-
I'm gonna
sounds
go
like a
get
great idea.
Disguise kit. You guys do what you think is the most necessary, I guess. I'll be back in an hour. I imagine.
I'm going to head to the upper city. I make sure, like, I feel my pockets to make sure that I still have my the papers to get me back into Mirabar.
You do.
I feel my pockets. Do I have the 25 gold he gave me?
I did give him, or I subtracted 25 gold from my inventory.
I say make it 5 more. I'll give you change if there is. I'll bring Bjorn. Monk's honor.
Is that a trustworthy thing he said?
Monk's honor. I do a made up monk hand symbol.
You don't think he's gonna run away for $5?
I nod slowly and hand him 5 more gold.
Yeah.
So I gave you
Alright.
30 gold.
Let me get my shit up. So I have everything. Okay, cool. So I say I'm gonna be back in an hour. If you guys are gonna do a thing, that's fine. But I'm gonna be back here in an hour. And,
I'm gonna go to the upper city. I'll do what I do best, which is to gather information and learn about the local color.
All right. I
meet me
mention
at.
I mentioned to you, Dove, to not go fucking sneaking around the place because Bjorn and I have really sneaky skills.
I wave my
That makes
hands
me
and say, I don't sneak around anywhere.
I'm
I'm
a fucking lizard.
I don't claim to be agile of body, but agile of character, as it were.
I'm like
I deal in people, not in locations.
I deal in fucking card tricks and taking gold from strangers. Yeah.
No, you gave that up. You're a monk now.
Shell games.
I know, right? It's like it hurts my soul, but like, you know, this is a great train heist, and I've got to fucking man up.
I mention some landmark in the upper city and say, like, let's meet at Blardy Blar's Tavern. Do I know of one in the upper city that we can meet at?
You could go to the
Already
place
blocked Tavern, actually.
where the cross spears where you first stayed, where you almost stayed until
We are interrupted.
giants smashed through the wall.
Oh yeah.
All right, I say we'll meet at the Crossed Spears in an hour and a half or 2 hours.
So we're going up there tonight, Ricky?
We'll head up there just to find out what information we have.
All right.
I don't want to mention anything, but we'll
All
go.
So, Dove, you are going to the upper city,
Correct.
and Ricky and Bjorn are going to find some disguise kits. And what would Barina like to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
You come with us.
Are you coming with me?
I'll follow someone. Is anyone going alone?
Me.
Yeah, then I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Taurus will also go with you, Dove.
Yes, I
He
forgot.
says,
Goes,
"Can't wait to get out of the city!" And he'll clasp you hard on the shoulder.
He's like,
I
"There you
smile and say, neither can I.
Mhm. Says, "What?" All right. So-
I can synopsize what I want to do if you want to just like skim through it and then jump back to them.
So there's some stuff first. So Ricky
yes.
and Bjorn will go, and you'll make your way to the market stack, and it's pretty easy to find a small. It looks like a prop store, a costume store,
On the way
costumery.
there, I say to Ricky, don't worry about a disguise kit for me. I can remain hidden if I wish.
I'm like, fuck you, man.
Okay. But you get in there, and it's pretty. It's not like they're not like one costume, one disguise kit here, but like you know the things to buy.
Mhm.
So like you buy,
Face paint, eyeliner.
yeah,
Lashes.
some hair dye, some
Googly eyeglasses.
small prop.
One of those like Mark's nose and eyebrow
The
glasses.
mustache, nose glasses.
just general cosmetics and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you pack it all up, and it'll be 25 gold.
All right. I fucking give him that, and
It's a female half orc that's actually doing the shop, and she has like a Broadway personality. But yeah, so you buy up your stuff. As you guys are leaving, you walk a little bit through the market stack, and you're on the second level here, and both of you make a perception check for me.
Sorry, Booch.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
ooh,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you
wow,
both-
wow, wow.
Wow. So you both hear Kita, looking to buy, Kita. And you're like, the fuck? And you look over to this youngish dwarf standing in kind of on the side of one alleyway, and he's just going, like, looking at you for a second. He's like, Kita? And he kind of just looks around, Kita, looking to buy?
Yes,
I'm like,
I'm
oh
Peter.
fuck yeah! I walk up to this guy.
He's like, yep, looking to buy?
Of course.
120 an
What?
ounce.
Oh my god! What is that?
Are you selling drugs?
He says, Jesus fucking Christ,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, he says it like the dog is like, are you selling drugs?
He's like, what the fuck is your fucking problem?
I lean over to Bjorn. I'm like, drugs are cool.
I'm not used to civilization.
What's
What
a
is
drug?
Kita? Do I know?
What's that?
Do I know what Kita is?
Make a. I really wish Streetwise was still a thing.
I'll ask him, what are the properties of
Isn't
this
that
illegal
wisdom? Isn't that what
substance?
wisdom is?
He says, "Oh no, yeah, it was real fun." Like as you say that, Bjorn, he says like, "Yeah," and then she said to me, "Go fuck myself." Which is,
Oh, that's
get your
so.
fucking
That's
voice
so.
down, Alpha. Get the fuck out of here. So Kyle, make a. Yeah, I guess it'd be wisdom plus
Yeah.
proficiency.
Wisdom plus proficiency. How do I do that?
Just roll a wisdom and just add your proficiency.
Okay. Plus 3.
You know it is a drug of it's a opiate of sorts. You've never done it, but it is pretty semi-popular in the northern section of the Sword Coast. You've seen people smoke it and snort it.
That leaves you fucking a mess, no doubt.
You see the people that you've seen a couple people do it, and they get very introspective and very like glossy-eyed. It's not like it doesn't knock you out. It doesn't seem, but you have seen some people get a little crazy on it. They get a little wacky.
All right, well, I pull out 2 gold and I like shuffle it in my hand. I'm like, you said 2 gold?
He says 120 an ounce.
Oh,
Yeah, and then she says to me, like, "Get out of the tavern, right?"
Yeah, I know, but I have 2 gold and I kind of like hand that to
I
him.
give Ricky a condescending look and I say, my body is a temple.
I'm like,
He says,
Cool.
"I'm sorry, mate. That won't get you much."
you ever trashed a temple before?
And then I walk away indignantly.
All right, well, I'm fucking like pulling up. I'm like, sorry, man. Good luck.
He'll think for a second. He says, "Tell you what."
What?
He says, "First one's free, right?
Oh God,
You like it, you know where to come back.
I don't know. Okay,
Gavin Slate Cutter. That's who you come back to. You want more."
Gavin.
He says, "Yeah, well, I'll be getting those swords right over to you, mate." And he like goes for a handshake.
I give him a fucking hearty handshake. I'm like, oh yeah, we're shaking hands.
He says, "See you later." And as he turns around, you realize that you have a small black pouch in your palm now.
I'm like,
You, Kyle.
peculiar. If I can
And-
go.
He turns around and kind of walks down the alleyway.
I run up to Bjorn with it and I'm like pulling at it. I'm like, Bjorn, you want this?
I slap it on the ground.
I'm like, Bjorn! That was 2 gold!
Oh, no.
So it is cinched at the top, so it's
I pick it up and I stuff it in my pocket. And I'm like, Brina wants it. Brina's gonna be so happy that I got
I
it.
roll my eyes so hard that you can see the whites of my eyes.
I'm
Some
like,
things
ah!
never change, like Ricky.
so you take your disguise kit and your drugs back to the doorway. And
Back to
actually, would you like
big
where
win.
would you like to make your way back to the cross spears from here?
We're going up. Up.
Yeah.
above
I check.
the
I got my
road.
pass, right? Touch.
You do.
Open up my breast pocket and I got a pass. I tell Bjorn to check for his.
I say, yep, I got it right here in my boot.
You got it as well.
All right.
Okay, so Dove and Brina, you head to the elevator, make the long elevator ride up, and in the nighttime with a clear moon in the sky, you see the wreckage of the city above across the bridge from the Dwarven stronghold. And what would you guys like to do?
Okay, what the hell are we doing here?
The idea is to gather information about this Finian.
Okay.
Who is
How do you
he
do that?
or she? What does she or he deal in? Et
Or
cetera,
another
et cetera.
Drasek. You never know. Could be a Drasek creature.
Jurassic creature.
Why not?
All right, so
Fine, good.
you just want to kind of ask around, or
Oh, I want to use my my ear to the ground feature.
okay, and you don't have to roll for anything. You just
I can
Do a
I
thing.
can copy paste it right here if you want to. That.
okay.
You head to the indignant 19-year-old mercenary store and fucking ask them what they
So
I'm here to buy some information. Yeah, one information, please.
I'd like to know what is the hot topic.
At hot topic.
Yeah.
Now keep it on the down low, but I'm looking to get some criminal information.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, well,
So you know someone. You're like, oh, I know someone in town, in this part of the town, and it's an old female tiefling named Efthoda. And strangely enough, that perks your ears, Brina. That was the woman that had the animated shield for sale when you were first up here.
Oh, so what? Say that again?
So actually, well, Dove probably wouldn't say, oh, I know, I have
Yeah.
someone I can talk to. You're probably just like, follow me.
No, I wouldn't say
And,
follow me. I'd say I need to go speak with someone. I need to
have a big kiss.
Alone? You want me to go?
I prefer to work alone.
All right,
Whoa.
so off you go.
You just brought her.
I didn't bring her. She said I'm coming with you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna go to.
All right, fine. Brina can
Phineas?
come. That's fine. Brina comes with me.
No, I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah, I know, Brandon. You fucking are insane. Okay.
I'm going to.
Sorry
I'm gonna
that
go
I'm
to
playing
Finian's.
my character. What do you want from me?
Staying in the membrane.
I say, okay, see you later. Now I am gonna go to Finian's.
Okay. Oh, you're going to Finian's. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going there.
And Mune would have pointed out where it is.
Cool.
So first, Dove, you go to Galama's Leather and Chain, and you catch Efthoda just before she's closing shop. What kind of questions would you like to ask?
General things. Who's Finian? What's he sell? Or she? Anything that we should know about Finian's contacts. That type of stuff.
Okay. She'll say that Finian's a older halfling man.
Whatever you do,
Although-
don't go there.
Yeah, there's bombs all around.
There's
Yeah.
lava on the floor.
It's covered in
poison.
lava. She will say that she's been here longer than he has. He set up shop maybe 15 years ago, well before the city went to shit, but still not as long as some of the other shop owners. She says that he's kind of an asshole. Not so much an outward asshole, but he just keeps to himself. And she'll say, like, it's called Finian's Fine Goods, but it's basically a dry goods store. Like, it's just like, he sells dried meats, he sells, wagon wheels, rope, things like that, shovels.
Does he have any noteworthy
good.
contacts?
To that, she says that she has no idea. She says, I don't spend much time with him.
Okay.
He's not in she's like, when it was active, I spent most of my friends in business were in the Forge District. He's not. He's just a dry goods salesman.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. So
I would want to ask her if she knows anything about the Zentarum here in the city.
she says, she's like, I don't know, and I would if there were here, I would stay as far away from them as I could. She says, I just make arms and armor.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so Brina, you go to the desired place, and you can see at night this place is very locked up. There's not many people on the streets or anything. You see a couple of guards, but there doesn't seem to be much. You think you might see someone you see someone carrying a bundle of shit, kind of like looking around, and if you had to guess, it's probably stolen. There's no way to know. But you eventually do make your way kind of to the south of the city, almost along the gates. And you find here the density of the city kind of peters out, and there's kind of more grass and a couple trees every once in a while here. The streets kind of turn into a loose cobblestone. And you can see this kind of largish looking farm warehouse kind of building that you've been pointed out as Finian's Goods. You come around to the door, and it seems that it is closed.
Okay, yeah, I guess I will just very normally walk around the entire building
Sure.
Look and see if there's like a loading area, things like just for like, or like a basement, back door, like
Mhm.
maybe it's connected to other buildings or something like that. But just to explore just to look around it, not like on my hands and knees, but just
Right.
to walk around it.
Just
I
roll me
want
a
to
roll me a perception check. As you, hands in your pocket, in your jacket pockets, just strolling.
creating portals and holes and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy enough to see, even especially because it's a clear night and the moonlight is pretty bright. And you can see it's not connected to any other buildings. Like I said, it's kind of the buildings are all more sparse here, so it's just freestanding. It seems like a tall one-story building with kind of a raft, perhaps inside, if you had to guess through the construction. As you kind of curl around the building and hit the next street, you can see that there is like a loading area with some stalls for horses, if you had to guess, and like large tables, and like the ground around here seems really well pat down, if you had to guess, by both horses and maybe cargo and stuff being unloaded or loaded. And there is a bulkhead on this side.
What's a bulkhead?
A big
Basement door.
basement doors that
Oh,
open up
okay.
into the ground.
I see. Okay, and quickly, like, does it look like super secure? Is there like a padlock on it? And,
As you walk around, it doesn't seem particularly secure.
like I could walk up to it and I could open it.
You could try.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
But would it okay, so I'm just
It,
gonna
does,
say
it doesn't look like it's like there's not like guards outside. There's not like, you can't see like a giant glowing purple magical lock on the door or anything like that.
Yeah, do I sense any sort of magical protections around the building at all?
Make a Arcana check, unless you have
Also,
some kind
this
of
is
ability that lets you do that.
This is at what time of day?
Nighttime,
But
probably
like, ooh,
rearing around like midnight
Jesus, +8
wait, midnight. I thought that the caravan was arriving at 10.
in 2 days.
in 2 days.
Oh, and I thought it was tonight. Okay, Jesus Christ, that changes
What the fuck?
everything that I would have done here.
It
2
said
days.
2 days. He said 2 days, like literally 20
I thought he
times.
was saying that we had. I thought he was saying that.
That's when I said we have 48 hours.
It was just like 2 days, and everyone was like,
I thought it was 2 days.
that's like 48
to
orders.
recover
I'm
the
like, it's
cart
like 2
and
days.
then bring it back.
No.
That's what I thought he
No.
was saying.
Well, then he
I
actually said
totally
afterwards.
misunderstood.
Yeah,
Now you-
afterwards
now-
he said exactly how
Now
much
you
time he had
understand.
to get
Now I
after the 2 days.
So
No, you know.
bad Arcana check, but with that roll, yeah, you can't sense anything.
Cool.
Just seems like a mundane house. Kind of there's a lot of stone to the walls. Kind of like a slightly dwarvish architecture.
Okay, I'm going to pad my pockets, make sure I still have my pass, and sort of
Yep.
walk back towards.
It's gonna be that one moment where he's like, "Well, it's not there." It's like, ah!
Range.
Yeah.
The drug dealer robbed you. You want to. All right, so you start heading back. Let me see something real quick.
I'm sorry, guys. I would have done all of this differently if I knew that we had 2 days.
Really? I
I
mean,
thought
that
that like
seems fine.
time, but that's why I kept asking, like, what time is it? What time is it? What time is it? How long
No,
do we
I
have?
was like, it's fine. Well,
Seems reasonable.
I don't know how I
um,
missed that.
So you make your way back to the bridge, and you can see that even at this hour, there's almost like rioters outside the bridge, and they're just like, "Let us in! The sparkling stones won't protect us. We're all gonna die. The horde's gonna get us. The giants are gonna get us." And
The bridge to
guards
get into
just-
Mirabar or into the lower
Yeah.
city?
into the lower
Into
city. And the guards, the Axe of Mirabar, just stand stalwart. Some people spitting on their feet and throwing, food at them and stuff.
Do they say, it's a living?
They say nothing. They stand with
fucking
their
make him
because they
taste
have
the
the-
halberd.
Yeah, they're just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
I'm
walk,
just gonna.
you walk past those people and just
I was
flash.
gonna say I'm not gonna go down just yet. I'm gonna wait for.
Yeah, aren't we meeting at a bar, the Spears or something?
Oh, that's right. You're going to the cross spears.
Yeah, we're all going to the Cross Spears.
Never
Well, I mean,
mind.
If we have days, then we can go back to lower city. I don't know. It like changes everything. I feel so stupid.
No,
Well-
we can still meet there. We can discuss what we can. I mean, I'd love to if it's
Doesn't really
nighttime.
matter.
This is the first time I've been upstairs. I didn't know it was dark.
So, we could case the place. Feels reasonable.
You're
We'll
not-
discuss it.
You're not up there. You're.
Yeah,
No,
or-
but we're all meeting at the Spears.
Yeah, you were
So
heading
Spears-
towards the Spears.
Is the spears above ground or below
Yeah.
ground?
About
So-
It's above ground.
I'll say this to quicken things up. You all meet outside of the cross spears. It's about midnight. What would now you like to do?
Great.
All right,
I apologize to
I
everyone for not realizing how time works.
blob all the information. We got the stuff.
yeah, I also
Bob,
blah
Do
everything.
you want the drugs?
You got drugs? You want to give Finian
Say
drugs?
Ricky
Is that what
Bud.
you're trying to do?
I'm like, I don't know. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, now maybe you can fucking poison him. That'll give you all of his shit.
Whoa.
I do a sort of indignant, like a, I scoff. I say, some monk.
I say, look, Ricky, let's focus on the task at hand.
Smash the landing, but yes, go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Once we get back to the bulwark, you can do whatever you want.
Well, I'm like, look, let's just think about these drugs. They don't. We could plant them. We have them.
Oh,
That's the thing we have.
would you like to take a look at the drugs?
Yeah, fucking open the drugs. Let's look at the drugs.
Did he just
What's
buy a
the matter?
baggie of oregano?
So you open it up,
Okay.
it's a bomb.
You open it up, and it is a coarse, ground, brownish, fine material with flecks of black, kind of crystalline in it. It's has like the consistency of sand.
I say, Ricky. Oh,
I say, give me that. Let me take a look at that. And
Hurt.
I
yeah,
really think it's a
You're
good idea to trust strangers when we're being pursued by the forces of evil.
Of course.
I'm going to inspect the drugs. I say, what did he say this is?
Kind bud. What do you say?
The KB.
He said it was a kind bar.
I say,
With
okay,
ingredients
cool.
you can see and pronounce.
I look at it. What is it?
Roll a
Kira.
an intelligence check
He's good at that.
plus your mod.
So 14.
So you've heard of this because you're also a drug dealer, or a drug manufacturer.
This is news
Yes.
to me.
I am.
It's Kita, and it's basically it's a drug you smoke or snort, and it makes people very agile, very focused, but you know that it can also have negative effects. It can make people kind of crazy.
Dylan, it's go juice.
I give all the information about it. There's a guy to go see if did we ever need this.
And actually, you only got an 11, so never mind.
Yeah. So say great. Well, yeah. Anyway, poisoning someone is probably a terrible idea. I walked around the place. There's a bulkhead in the back. There's no lock on it. You guys,
no
you guys
lock
can-
at all.
No, you can just go inside if you want.
Well, I mean, no lock on it right now. What did you think he was coming tonight or something?
Well, it's not. He's not dropping off anything. Finian is the supplier. Means he is in possession of the
either way,
things.
it might be in our best interest to take a look down there.
Bjorn, you're a
Ricky, did
sneaky
you?
motherfucker, right?
I say,
We have a disguise kit.
Do you want to go
yeah.
check it out?
Well, yeah, put on these mustaches really quick.
Well,
How much was the disguise kit?
25 gold. Here you go.
I take back my
Give him the
5.
5 gold. And I empty out my empty bag and moths fly out because there's nothing left.
Yeah.
So I say, yeah, I think it'd be, I wouldn't know.
I say, is it just me and you going?
Well, I mean, I think they should be somewhere in the vicinity. I've been in an issue where this has been a problem before.
Yeah, where you tried to rob a place and then you almost died.
I say,
Yes.
oh, I'd love to
You
hear
say,
that.
well, might I suggest not necessarily going inside, but why don't you use some of your skills to take a look at
Yeah.
the building?
Exactly.
Well, I can tell you that I've learned a bit about Finian and his business.
Oh,
Bob.
yeah, speak on that.
Tell everyone he's an old halfling man. He's been around for about 15 years. He's known to be sort of not reclusive, but he doesn't exactly get out much. And my contact doesn't know of any Zentarum in the city, so they don't move openly, which leads me to believe, and this is something that I'm adding on me personally. This is my take on it in character. So that leads me to believe that the Zentarum don't move in the city with impunity, which means they may be perhaps not allied with the city, and they can't necessarily reveal themselves.
Interesting.
Because, I mean, out of character, if I'm not mistaken, the Zentarum are a pretty widely known organization in the rest of the Sword Coast, right? They can travel openly. They don't need to...
more or less.
Yeah.
But you can see them by like their armor. Like, I guess would we know the Zentarum when we see one?
Hold on one second. Let me replug in my camera because it likes
I would
to
assume
turn on
no.
occasionally.
No. You think
So
it has
armor. So you know? Would you know?
been a while.
It's been a while. You ran into the Zentarum in your house.
Yes, Gary Monster Man.
Right. They do wear a tight.
Oh yes.
Well,
Black
so
leather,
you would know. You would know because you've been a thief before. They're enforcers. When they send their troops, more or less, to get something fucking done, they do wear this kind of signature black tight leather armor, and they usually carry live snakes wrapped around their arms. But you also know that, I mean, the Zentarum can look like anybody.
Yeah, they're probably smart enough to not do that. Just like walk around like, hey, here's my snake. I'm a Zentarum.
And in terms of like how far they go up, I mean, Lady Rion Nightshade, who was on the council for the protection, the council that was trying to deal with the God's Bane, was a Zentarum member because she was the one that wanted to kill Iswal.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say I give that information about them. And say they may not be looking like that, but if you see a guy with snake on his arm, most likely he's Zentarum.
Yeah, it's fair to assume.
But I think maybe Bjorn and I just take a little stroll around it. Then Bjorn, can you detect magic? Can you see magic stuff?
Yes.
Whoa, cool. But also unnerving. All right, so yeah, let's maybe I ask if you guys want to head there,
Let's make like a tree and leaf.
and maybe we go ahead a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll walk over there with Ricky. On the way over.
I'm gonna go into the
No,
bar.
I mentioned save your good shit spells in a bit. This is just a walk.
Oh, don't worry. I've got plenty of spells.
All right.
All right, so you guys want to go there?
Yeah.
Would you like to do so stealthily?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace first.
How long does that last?
On our walk over there, it'll last for an hour.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, and I will do that stealthily. I'm actually gonna turn into a spider and
What the fuck?
climb into Ricky's pocket.
Okay, Ricky, you see Bjorn. It's in the Dark City streets. It almost seems like he just disappears.
I'm like,
And then you feel, you don't feel, but eventually you see this kind of tarantula like crawling up your bag.
I'm not having fun.
Sorry, Brendan.
It's okay.
And the tarantula, instead of being weird, just kind of crawls in your pocket, and then takes two little
I'm gonna
legs and kind of pokes its head out.
and I'm like, what is going on?
A spider! Squish it! Quick!
30 damage.
All right. So, would you like to move stealthily, Kyle?
Yeah, I guess.
Roll a stealth check and add 10 to it.
Oh my god.
So I get plus.
So can you
14
keep concentration on that spell even though you shape changed?
Okay, I got 31.
Yeah, you can keep concentration.
Okay, cool.
It's like
Is
an
she-
ability.
Right, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't change any. Your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stay the same. It only
Yeah.
affects your physical.
Well, you have a 22 in my pocket.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say you really have to worry about being stealthy, spider, because you're a spider, and spiders don't make much sound. So
Yeah, but I'm acutely aware of spiders. If there's a spider near me, I know it's there.
So Ricky, you walk casually towards the building, and then
But everyone else is in a distance. We didn't really
I figured.
discuss like.
Oh, I thought both you guys were going up there.
Well, I mentioned like you guys should like hang in the area because shit can go down sometimes. But
So Finian's is probably only about 15 minutes from the Cross Spears.
okay, so yeah, we'll just like fucking whatever you guys are feeling. Maybe like a couple 100 yards, 100 yards.
I'd like to keep within 120 feet, but I feel like that's too close.
That's way too close. That's like
Because I want to be able to like message you every 10 minutes and be like, everything okay? Okay. But I cannot do that.
Yeah. Stay a couple 100 yards away. Sure, it'll be fine.
All right. So yeah, you see Ricky, or actually, yeah, Dove. You see Ricky just kind of casually walking down the street, and like a shadow, he walks past a shadow, and then he's not there anymore. As Ricky, you duck into an alleyway really quick, acutely aware of how other people are seeing you, and you make a quick run, silent run down the alleyway.
Naruto style, hands up.
Yeah, crisscross alleyways enough that you think you know any trace of you would be lost. And you peek around one building, and you can see ahead of you is Finian's.
Hmm.
And there doesn't seem to be anybody around at the moment.
So I guess I walk to the edge very stealthily, I assume still, and locate the door, the
bulkhead.
The bulkhead.
Okay.
I put the spider on my hand and flourish it
Okay.
out.
Is there any like space where I could crawl into the bulkhead without having to open the door?
Make a spider perception check. A spider investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, fail.
Also, how late can everyone play? What's the
11?
Forever.
Forever.
All right, investigation spider style.
Woo!
Nice. Very good.
Oh my
So you do see that there is a bit of erosion at the
Active
bottom of the bulkhead, where it seems some of the steel has rusted away. That you could probably slip right into.
Nice. I will crawl into that space.
You get inside, and I was also going to say, Kyle, it's strange you don't know what a bulkhead is because you had one at your house.
I know, but
I had one at my dad's house, but I didn't know what it was until I like.
I just call it big sliding door.
Yeah, like the weird diagonal door.
Big sliding door. That's what I call it.
All right. So, spider. Do you have dark vision as a spider?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay. So you can see some stone steps that go down into this basement. You crickety crawl if you want down into the basement.
Yep.
All right.
I'm trying to give Ricky a wink with my half of my eyes, so four
Yeah.
eyes.
There's no way you can see that.
I'm just eagerly awaiting at the hole. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't see.
So on the ground, you move past, and you can see in front of you there. You cross like a couple bales of hay. You cross a bunch of unmarked barrels. You cross like a bunch of unmarked crates. There's like a wall covered in tools like shovels and pickaxes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a general storage. Is there anything that you're specifically looking for?
Is there the crates? Is there like are they ajar?
Make another spider investigation check.
Yay.
Detective Spider on the case.
20s all throughout. Oh.
13.
13. You crawl up the side of a couple of the crates and the barrels, and you go around. One of them is, you do find one that is kind of open enough for you to peer in with your eyes. And it's, from what you can see, seems like dried ham.
All right.
I love ham.
It smells-
Moist. I love all ham.
It smells kind of like funky pork,
Okay.
but that's the only one that you can find in the moment. However, make a perception check as a spider for me.
All right. 13.
You hear a squeaking off in the distance a little bit.
Oh no!
I'll quickly crawl back to the bulkhead and leave.
All right, hold on one second.
Oh no!
Where's my book?
Strength of a dragon.
There we go. See if I can do this quickly. That's not what I need. Ricky, was there anything that you'd like to do?
I stare really hard. Can I sense magic at that door?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh my god, here comes the 20 of my life. Feels magical to me.
You're like, door. It's a door.
Magic door, always the same door.
So, this is funny just because I want it to be. So as the spider hits the ground and starts racing back, I'd like you to roll initiative against this rat, this huge rat that has come out of a hole sensing you and is chasing you towards the door.
He saw me.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he did.
Oh god. What's my dexterity?
Rat spider dexterity?
14.
All right. So you can hear, and to your rats, your spider senses, you can hear of the rat claws against the stonework, and you can hear it as you start making your way up the stairs. You can hear it kind of scampering and trying to crawl. That you can instinctively crawl up these stairs a little bit better.
Yeah, I can climb on the wall.
You get to the hole, and Ricky, you see little spider legs poking out. Kyle, would you like to do anything to help the spider get out of the hole?
I go.
I
Spider!
squeak madly at Ricky.
I pull
Oh
him
my
out.
God.
All right, you roll initiative, please, Ricky.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Here we go again.
It's exciting.
Woo! You grab the spider and pull him out.
His
gently
little
enough.
hands are like. He like reaches up with his two little hands. He's like.
As he's pulling you out, Bjorn, you can feel the rat teeth just barely scratch against the back of your leg, but it doesn't get you. And Ricky pulls you to safety out from the hole.
And I have a little spider in my hand. I'm like, what'd you see, boy?
And you can see in the hole there's a little rat, and I was like, but it's too big to push through.
Friend.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I rolled a 20 there. That's wicked hype.
All right, so you guys are still stealth outside of the house.
All right, so I ask, I whisper to the spider. I say, can you see it sensing magic at the door?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I'll turn back into human or elf form.
Okay, from your hand, it gets like way too heavy, and all of a sudden Bjorn is now there.
I tell him what I saw. I didn't see any.
Observed. But is the door magic?
No. The
No.
door of the bulkhead?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure? Did you detect magic?
Well, I can. I mean,
You
I
should.
I will. Okay, I cast detect magic.
All right. You make like this small greenish circle in the air. No, mundane door.
Mundane door.
All right. Well, I fucking give it a little lift.
Say, watch out for the rats.
I give it a chuckle and I open the door a little.
Actually, no, it would be locked.
Well, fuck it. I fucking reach around in my mouth for a second. I'm like, oh. Ooh. I pull out a fucking pin. 'Cause I'm
So,
a magician.
there is a small keyhole. Roll dexterity plus twice your proficiency.
All right, so this is +6. Whatever this is.
Very good. Very simple lock. Not even a trouble. Open it up.
Hey, Dylan, beer me.
Kyle, when you roll, you've been rolling dexterity. You've been rolling saves. When you roll saves, it adds your proficiency.
Oh, does it? I'm sorry.
So you had 3.
Okay, so I had 3.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely.
Okay. Did not know that. All right, good to know.
Yeah, because your thieves' tools are your dexterity plus twice your proficiency.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you're proficient in thieves' tools.
All right, so I fucking pop that lock and I fucking slide that door open
Yeah, easily enough done.
and I take
It opens up like this, like towards you.
I feel around the edges of the door for
Mhm.
trap.
Make an investigation check.
All right.
You don't feel anything.
And I take 1 foot and I push it to the first step.
Yeah, it's just very simple stone.
Where do you
Nothing
put
fancy.
1 foot in relation to the other?
The other is still outside on the earth.
It was a joke. Put one
So-
foot in front of the other. Never mind. Bad joke.
So,
Bad joke.
okay.
Sorry, guys. Go
I'll
on.
take another step, and I look for the rat. I flip my head,
So-
and my goggles fall onto my face. What am I looking at here?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, you do see the rat scamper away from you, and you're like, it's just a normal size rat. But you look around, and yeah, it is a kind of portioned off. There's like a section of barrels. There's a section of crates. There's, like I said, just tools along the wall. It seems like extra storage for whatever is sold upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see a staircase leading up the stairs.
All right.
Further back.
I give Bjorn a kind of knowing nod, and I close the doors behind me.
Okay.
Well, I whisper to him, hang in the area, make a animal noise if something's weird. All right, and I've closed the doors behind me, and I enter the basement.
Sure. Yeah, you're in the basement.
All right, so I head to the closed off area. You said there's.
No, it's like so it's just it's like this kind of largish square room, and there's kind of these like dividers set into the wall. So like there's a bunch of barrels stacked in one, and then there's like a divider, and then there's a bunch of crates, but you can walk amongst them. So it's almost like a Costco setup. Things are just kind of like set up in.
Okay, so yeah, I look at the crates. What are we looking at these crates? They're looking weird.
Make an investigation check.
Give my human. Oh God, I'm not an investigator. Okay, well,
Good.
I guess I am today.
The crates, some of them are open. Some of them are open enough that you can kind of peek into them. Seems like dried goods and rations. You can open some, and it seems like cured leathers, cured furs, and things like that. Nothing hugely out of the ordinary in the crates.
Just doesn't feel like it's in here, does it?
Not in the crates.
My thief sense. Okay, well, clearly we've got stairs, right?
You do, going upwards.
All right, well, I'm fucking...
What was your stealth, like 31?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 31. So I fucking make my way to the top stair and put my head against the door. Assumably there's a door.
There is a door up at the top. You can roll perception check if you want to hear what's on the other side.
All right.
Can't hear anything.
Can I wait 5 minutes and observe another?
Sure. Yeah, you wait around 5 minutes. While you're waiting, Bjorn, what are you doing up on the ground floor?
I'll attempt to hide.
Okay. So you can re-roll stealth if you would like.
All right.
And at
What did
this,
I roll that time that got
how
us caught
close-
on 1, right?
27.
okay, how close does Ricky need to be to receive the?
He doesn't have it. He's
What?
on a message, right?
Pass without a trace.
Yeah, the pass without a trace.
It's like on him for the hour.
I thought he has to be within 30 feet for the distance. For the duration, each creature you choose
think-
within 30 feet of you has a
It's
plus.
just
10
like a
bonus.
buff.
I think they have to remain within 30 feet of you.
All right. Well, if this
not
is
sure.
the case, I say come with me because I assumed it was a
Yeah.
Well, you still got a 21 stealth. That's very good. you know.
Okay. Well, whatever. All right. So yeah, I'm at the door. Fucking
Okay.
leaning on the
So with
fucking door.
for Bjorn, you duck into an alleyway, and 1 second. Whoops! I dropped the dice. Okay, you duck into an alleyway just as you see a Mirabarn guard cross in front of you, and he
Alright.
doesn't look at you. And doesn't he like kind of looks towards the building for a second, looks around, then just keeps walking on. So you listen to the door again. You can make a perception roll again. Drop it on my notes.
Be good.
14. You faintly hear snoring.
What do I got? All right. Well, let's fucking touch that lock. That lock.
This door is not locked.
Not locked. All right. I'm going to touch the bottom of the door. Are we feeling like it's got like a what's a gap? Air gapped.
There's just like gap, yeah.
All right.
You can see some like sawdust on the ground.
Is it lit?
The inside?
Yeah.
With a 14 perception, not from what you can tell. Not with your predator goggles.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna again touch the lock and just give it a go. We got a creak. What are we doing here?
It doesn't creak too much. It kind of slides pretty well open into the room.
Yeah, this is like a hardware store. All those things must be like covered in WD-40.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's been
This
Yeah,
guy's
It's
like,
everywhere.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I'm fucking down, crouching low. What do we got? What are we looking?
all right. So you crouch and you do walk, and there is some sawdust and stuff on the ground, a little bit of sand. But you are crouching now behind a counter. So it seems like there's a counter that kind of comes in front of you for maybe 5 feet, and then it curls around and connects with the wall.
So I'm
From here-
behind the counter. Technically.
You are now in behind the counter, yeah.
Okay.
So from what you can see, you look up and you can see hanging from the rafters are some dried leathers, some dried meats, some like dried herbs and things like that. From behind the counter, you can see all kinds of paperwork and small boxes and things like that. And you can see behind you, on the wall behind you, are some more like tools, like ropes, pickaxes, shovels, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Hose.
Now these hoes, are they in the same area code or separate ones?
I'm just trying to think.
I got a half smile out of Booj.
Can I metagame? Can I discuss? With my...
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. So
I'd like to phone a
Everybody.
friend.
here's the thing: if I were to get Bjorn, would I get the 10 buff again? 10 is just such a massive number.
If he's within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, I actually didn't. I got confused. I meant to say that I'm going with Ricky.
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna head back down to pull a little twiddling finger outside of the bulkhead.
Okay.
Okay,
You are
follow
both
me.
now in the storefront,
Yeah.
crouched together.
All right. So I give him the information. Someone's sleeping somewhere upstairs.
And from here, you can tell that there is no upstairs, but you do hear.
Yeah, someone is in this vicinity. Stay
both-
close.
We both
But-
have dark vision, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And I say, stay close. I'm gonna need you on stairs.
Actually, Bjorn, you would have noticed this, but Ricky does have these like large, googly-eyed glasses on that
Yeah.
kind of like the lenses and rotate every once in a while.
It looks like Night Owl from the
Yes,
West.
exactly.
I'm like, these are prescription, so don't make fun of them. And I fucking take.
I don't know what that means, so I don't laugh.
Okay.
You're like, oh, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Drugs are an evil thing.
I don't know if this was discussed while I was in the bathroom, but I was curious about it, so I googled it. Pass without trace functions like an aura. If you move more than 30 feet
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from him,
I,
I see a
okay,
truth
so
in
yeah,
Crawford.
we found that
I
out.
read it wrong. Yeah.
So now he's with us. All right, so I
was
guess
curious, so I wanted to verify.
I'm going to feel around the counter. Are there like maybe under it? Is there a key or something? Anything out of the ordinary?
A key.
I'll help him look around.
Okay, you can both make investigation checks on this here counter.
Just like a bunch of fingers flicking all over it.
Yeah.
Oh, it said I have my screen says a 19 on my die and says a
Yeah,
10.
I see 19 as well.
The fuck?
The Lena.
No, that's because that's
No.
not your die. Your color is that reddish orange color. Dylan's color is green. It's just because
Oh,
you
I
rolled the
see.
same. Like you rolled first, then he rolled, so it overrode
Oh,
your
I
roll.
rolled the 19.
Okay.
So Ricky, you're kind of fumbling. But Bjorn, you find you don't find a key, but you do find what seems to be a lockbox, a small iron lockbox.
I'm gonna motion to Ricky and point at it.
Ricky,
Is
you look
it,
at it. You probably
liftable?
think this is where the money is kept.
Yeah, is it liftable?
Man, this I'm getting flashbacks.
I know. I wave it off. I have a flashback. And don't fucking worry.
Leave it alone, guys.
Here come the
Please.
Dragonborns. Uh-oh. Here comes the swordsman.
Oh, I know.
This
It's
time you
just-
don't have a selfless Iswal to come save
You
you.
don't.
I know.
good.
Iswal's just like, hello. It's kind of like teetering toward.
Yeah.
All right, so I say don't fucking touch that. Just leave that.
Yeah.
All right, so moving
But
forward,
you
I
do,
guess.
Bjorn. You also find.
Are there any like papers that might describe?
Yeah, there's a ton of papers.
Business ledger.
Come on.
Well, I'm trying to think. What would you find? You do find. You rifle through it a little bit, and with a little help from Ricky, because you don't know really like
How to read.
paperwork.
Yeah.
I probably don't even know how to read.
So you know how to read. You're not a dullard. But you do find a couple. You do find like a basically like a manifest, almost like a incoming and outgoing goods manifest. And one of them does say incoming tomorrow night, then leaving the day after. Pickup is a human named Tylian and
Human cargo.
no. The pickup is the pickup for the package is a man named Tylian, and a female named Sazra. Sazra.
Whoever's like spinning a coin,
Yeah,
it's
you guys
making it
stop.
real hard to hear anything.
That's me. Sorry, I didn't think you guys could hear it from my bike.
Did you say a
It's
human
like
and a
really far
male?
away.
A human man named Tylian is the pickup. A human, the other person that is going to be with him is Sazra, a human female.
Oh, okay.
You say that the price of the goods is 1,000 gold upon pickup.
But that's tomorrow night.
He said 2 nights.
2 nights.
Oh, 2 nights. Okay.
He said 1 night, but he meant 2 nights.
No, wait, didn't it say incoming in one night?
No, sorry, I messed up. Yeah, 2 nights.
Okay. Outgoing.
2 nights. 2 nights. It's outgoing. There's no incoming.
Right.
All right.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that.
So I
sorry.
point that out to Ricky.
Yeah, I fucking fold that fucker up and stick it right
And it
next
says
to my.
at the bottom of it, it does say that carrying load is 1.5 tons.
Is there
I
any,
gasp.
is there any like stamp or something like insignia?
It's signed. It's signed. Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
By a ghost. By a
Ricky
smart
can make
ghost.
an intelligence check too. You're both
Of
kind
course,
of.
I'm so smart. Yeah.
Very good.
Dun.
It seems like the.
Oh,
There
so
you go.
dumb.
You're making saves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can click the word intelligence.
It doesn't. Wow.
Great job. At least
You're consistent.
You know.
Yeah.
But Bjorn, you do take a look at it, and it looks like the signature of one Finian. Like it says Finian in kind of a cursive
I
scroll.
whisper to Ricky, do you know the name Finian?
Yeah, I say it's Finian's fucking fine good too.
Oh yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Dylan,
fold
that's
it,
the guy who owns the
I was
place.
looking
Yeah.
for like an insignia of the.
I pick it. I fold it beautifully next to my fucking ticket because that's how important it is to me.
You want to take the manifest?
No, maybe not. Maybe they need
Did
that.
you hear that DM inflection?
Good question.
You want to take the manifest?
Do you really want to do this
we
dumb
don't
thing? I
know.
mean, do you really want to do this thing?
All right, I remember it with my huge brain.
You like try
enough to
really,
be able to
really
spit
hard
it
to
out.
like take a mental picture of it.
Yeah. Enough to remember the names later. Even though I wrote them down, I'm gonna say them phonetically, so you're
Okay.
going to have to correct.
Okay.
Tylian, Finian, and Sazra are the
Yeah.
3 names that were on there. The pickup people are Tylian and Sazra.
Okay,
They
so
expect a 1,000 gold in payment. And
I whisper and say 1.5 tons doesn't feel like a carrying out weight, right? Like what we're doing right now. I think this is very useful information for us, and I think we should take this back.
I say, yeah, I agree.
Hello, hold on. Sorry, what? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Outgoings.
Sorry, my thing's like really buzzing on me.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
you sound fine. From
Computer
No,
microphone.
on me.
Enhance. Enhance.
As you guys are talking.
Yeah.
Kyle's having some problems. As you guys are talking, you do hear the snoring. Sounds like, it's kind of
I tap Bjorn and I point down the stairs.
Yeah, I nod.
Yeah,
All right.
and we head out.
You slink back into the basement.
I grab a piece of ham.
All right. You kind of you carve it off. It's like this big ham leg.
Like,
And you
fuck this
take
ham.
off this chunk about this big of
Oh, yeah, I'm like, the boys are eating tonight.
cured ham. Bjorn, you see the rat scuttled in the corner that chased you before, just kind of like
I
scared.
put my hands on my hips and I give him a look like, oh, you.
And he just and goes behind some crates where you can't see.
I
That's
miss
pretty good,
stink. That's what I say.
All right, so you guys climb back out, shut the door. Would you like to relock?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure,
Alright.
I'll lock it.
Dude, you're making it too easy for them.
They were rolling good. They were rolling really good.
That's true.
We rolled like king, so we get it all today, all right?
And I also like letting it.
Also,
ride.
we didn't take the money this time.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Ricky's making
You earn
progress.
points just for not robbing the guy.
Yeah. Because Ricky's a new man.
I mean, he
Yeah.
still, sneaks around and buys drugs, but he doesn't rob people. That's what I'm
He
He
saying.
didn't buy drugs.
Yeah, he was given drugs. He tried to. He tried to cheap that guy out of his hard-earned drugs.
So, you guys are standing outside of Finian's Fine Goods. You can see maybe in like a couple yards off, there is a guard standing with his back to you. But besides that, it seems like you guys could slink away if you do so, please.
Yeah, I believe we slink back to the spears.
Okay.
With some fucking good fucking news.
You guys did some good reconnoitering there.
Yeah. Ricky reconnaissance
were-
light.
You wait, I thought it was master reconnaissance lightning.
Oh yes, don't forget.
You told us to wait on hand, right? So we're like nearby, I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume. I go like slinking out, probably like just like in casual view of the guard, flash my pass at him, just like walk by him. I'm like,
He'll nod and say,
yep.
"Not needed up here."
I'm like, yes, sir, right away, sir. And just kind of coolly, hands in my pockets, fucking Spike Spiegel walk down the street.
Yeah, you're free to walk wherever you go, as long as you're not, openly looting in place.
Yeah. Unless you're robbing someone.
Unless you're robbing someone.
And like overly try-harding to be like, I whistle casually.
Well, Spike Spiegel walking is when you do like
crimes
the... Yeah. Spike
Man, I
Spiegel
sure
walk
am
is like
innocent
when
of
you
robbing
walk
this place.
and like walk with your legs straight.
Do you have any bent cigarettes on you?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
when Kyle does his walk where like you try to walk heel toe.
Yeah, when I'm walking like a normal human being.
All right, so you guys meet back
I'm
up.
a person.
Yeah. And
outside
I
of
fucking deliver the
the
goods.
cross spears.
I
You're certainly
fucking-
standing outside the cross spears. Would you like to be inside?
Yeah, let's go to the cross spears. I go, bitch, Dove got 5 gold.
Mhm.
I'm like, Dove, you're gonna want to buy me a drink after this. And I fucking say, buy me a drink and I'll give you the best information of your life.
I'm like rubbing my forehead and I say, and why in the world would I want to pay you for going in there? The whole point was to not arouse his suspicion. If one thing is moved from its original place, he's gonna notice.
And I'm like, I'm
Wasn't the
eating
whole
a
point
piece
to go
of
in there
ham, and
during
I'm
the
like,
day in
he's not gonna
disguise?
miss anything. Yeah. So I give him the info. I satiate his worries. I
Wait,
say,
did you pick the paper or
you
not?
trust me. I did not rob him. I even locked up when I left. And I'm like, and I've got this great information. Turns out the pickup, a man and a human man and woman for 1,000 gold. Quite frankly, I think we can outbuy them.
Do you have 1,000 gold? Because I don't.
No. Well, we could make it.
In 36 hours?
Look, it's either that or go fucking back in, kill everyone in there, and take. Also, the drop, it's 1.5 tons. It's not something we're gonna carry out with our on our back. So
1,000 golds for 1.5 tons worth of advanced weaponry? That's wrong.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
seems
have.
pretty cheap.
And I'm like, Bjorn, can you
I-
help me out here? That's what it said.
Well, that's what it says.
I believe you that's what it said. I'm saying that seems like an awfully low number.
Well, it's probably a big metal thing.
Master Lightning, Ricky, as everybody else calls you. I think you maybe I can explain this. You do know the Zentarum and how powerful they are and all that stuff. Why? The only reason why someone like a shop owner like Finian would write something down like that is so that he has record of it for some sort of like cover up or alibi or something like that. It's not there. He wouldn't write down like exactly what he's trading and how much it's actually going for if he's doing a deal with the Zentarum. Like, what you found is extremely useful, particularly the 1.5 tons, because that means that we're going to have something pretty large enough to carry it. But we're not going to be able to outbuy anybody.
Okay.
This isn't being sold to anyone else besides the Zentarum. And for that matter, it's probably not being sold, it's probably being extorted.
True. I think you make a very good. I've been extorted many times. It makes a lot of sense to me. But not knowing much about Phineas's business, he is a businessman, in that if whatever he has in contact with, now you make a very good point. But it would be maybe remiss to try to offer more for this thing. Maybe
Lightning,
only one of us.
Do you know what Finian deals in?
Good, fine goods, yeah. It's right
And what
in here.
manner of fine goods? Are they weapons?
Cured ham?
General
So
goods.
why in the world would he have all these weapons?
Look, I've just been in there. Seemed fine.
I say,
Bunch of cured
look,
ham, rats.
I
Honestly,
don't think we should.
Spread
I
that
think it's
rumor.
best we don't get involved at all.
well,
My
we have
opinion-
to get involved.
My
mean-
opinion is that Finian seems to be working with the Zentarum. I believe his whole operation to be a cover-up. There's no reason that he would be moving 1.5 tons of weapons unless he were some agent with the Zentarum. He deals in, as you said, cured ham. So why would he be selling 1.5 tons worth of advanced weaponry?
I mean, it's all suspect. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think
It's pretty
shop
sus.
is
Sus AF.
I will say, the spectral no-faced beast did suggest, and I would trust his intelligence at least a little bit. Did say that he wanted us to intercept the caravan. Perhaps this has already been thought out. Maybe it'd be best to do what he says and intercept the caravan.
If
when
memory
it's
serves me correctly, I don't
on
believe
the
he
road.
said specifically intercept the caravan. I believe he said
To
to
do as you will.
yeah, make sure the weapons don't fall into Zentarum hands and bring them back to him.
Well,
All he
from my
mostly cares about is
exploration,
to get back to him.
from my exploration, I saw no weapons in the basement. That being said, it's hard to hide 1.5 tons of material.
At the very least, we're going to have to wait for the Zentarum to have it in order to locate what it is we're looking for.
Exactly. He could very easily have some sort of extra dimensional space or hiding pocket that he's
Very
keeping in.
good point, Dove. Man, you're so smart. They fucking pay you. They should pay you mages. Here's the thing.
Smarter than a cleric who used to know, right?
Well, what about this? If we could pretend to be one of these human males or female. Dove, you seem like a lying son of a bitch. I'm sure you could pretend to be a human male.
We
I
don't know
shake
what
my
they look
head
like.
and say, regardless, we know nothing of what he looks like. I'm willing to bet that since this guy is operating a front for the Zentarum to trade weapons, he's going to know his contact and he's going to know exactly what he and she both look like.
Well, we have the name. We only can go off so much information. We could just say a bunch of what ifs. but
I
we gotta
I
make
rub
the
my
choice.
forehead and say, I could try to figure out what they look like, but it's not going to be easy. We don't know anything about where these people move. Not only that, but if we start asking questions to the wrong people, it's going to arouse their suspicions.
I agree. I think we have all the information we're going to be able to get safely.
Ricky, roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh no! Come
Not a
on! I'm so
save.
dumb.
Or actually, both you and Bjorn. Both you and Bjorn can roll.
Oh, dumb! I'm smart as a fucking rock.
Wow.
Is that
So,
a
Ricky-
good thing or a bad thing?
Smart rock.
The
Magic rock.
As smart as a hyper intelligent rock.
What you kind of gleamed from the manifest
Mhm.
was it said like pickup is named Tylian, and then in like parentheses human male, and then it said like Sazra human female. If what you kind of glean from that is that he probably doesn't know who these people are. If he had to write down race and gender to just recognize them.
Good point. I blah that. I convince you.
I nod and say, well, that changes things. I didn't realize that he had written specifically that it was a human male and a
Well, I
human
forgot that I was so smart. I say, I bring your drink next to my drink, and then both.
No.
And I'm like, so what do you think? We get we get the 1,000 gold.
No, that we owe. If we were okay. Again,
Deal
I
them
rub my
1,000
forehead and
gold.
say, all right, so it seems like this is the plan. We somehow amass 1,000 gold. We go to Finian in a day and a half's time. We claim to be Tylian and Sazra. You can make us up to look as such, I assume, right?
Yeah.
And we turn over 1,000 gold, claim the weapons, and that can be that. But the thing is, he's expecting them at around late dusk or late evening the day after tomorrow. If we show up earlier than that, he'll be suspicious. If we show up then the real Tylian may show up. If we show up
I
later,
agree.
then the weapons are already gone.
I agree. I say we show up a day in advance.
A full day? We don't know where they're traveling from. What if that was a conservative estimate? What if that's the earliest they could have gotten?
Okay, if they're going to meet, let's say 10 hours before they're supposed to be there. Rough road ahead, smooth walking today. Horses were very
What if
lenient.
they're only coming from half a day's travel away, maybe somewhere in the Lurkwood, and it would only take them 10 hours to get here, and we show up when they were supposed to leave? They'll have a lot of questions to ask, will he not?
Well, I'm sure you can lie through your...
Oh, I can lie through my teeth, absolutely. But whoever's going to be the woman, or maybe
You don't think I can be a
the
woman? I fucking do like a really fucking pucker-lipped pose. I'm like,
No, I point at Ricky and say, "You are not coming. You will give us away in a heartbeat. You love drama too much."
I'm
Brina,
just like,
you're
look,
too short.
I'm very persuasive, and I look like, and I am a human. So
You're the only human here.
I am
rub my
literal
ear.
only human. I look at you up and down. Are you like a feminine-y?
I'm a half elf.
I go,
You're
you're
the 14 pale,
the woman.
slender half elf.
And
No
you do all the
facial
talking.
You think, Ricky, that with the disguise kit, you could pin his ears back, you could do up his hair, you could definitely make this look like a tiny
You're gonna look
lady.
like a pretty girl after I'm
Yeah.
done.
You're actually kind of like, yeah, you look real pretty.
I'm like, if you were a guy, you'd be
Been a
really
long
pretty.
time in the monastery.
If I could dress you up like a really handsome man, maybe look like Thalanor or something, you'd be pretty handsome.
I turn to Bjorn and Taurus and
My ears
Brina.
perk up.
I turn to Bjorn and Brina and Taurus and say, "There's still the matter of 1,000 gold. Where
Yeah.
are we gonna get it?"
I say, I don't like that idea. I think it'd be easier just to intercept the wagons.
You haven't even seen what the guards are like. Could be
I know.
150 guards for all you know.
That could be.
There you go. You're taking a chance on an unknown that you don't know yet.
Did he
You're
seem to have any
literally-
magic abilities? Maybe this guy is, I don't know, some sort of wizard or cleric, and he can scry on the buyer, the purchaser, once they pick it up and make sure that this is the right party. I don't know. Maybe he has some deed to prove that it's the right people. And then I interrupt myself and say, well, I suppose if he's getting 1,000 gold, he doesn't particularly care. Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't like it, but it might be the best option we have.
Well, it's the only one where we know we're not gonna die outright from an army.
You'll die. I feel like you'll die outright.
All right, Brina, it's up. What do you want to do?
I think intercepting the wagon is going to be our best bet. I
Well,
don't
it's
think
two
you can
versus
convince
two.
these people.
Great. Okay, well, what do you want to do then? Two people don't want to do it, and two people do.
I say, I don't know if you saw, but I'm very good at destroying large groups of people or horses.
Well, what if it's
He
Death
did
Knight?
kill
What
a
if it's,
lot of horses.
All right.
I did kill 8 horses, just saying.
All right, so
At the same
I
time,
wait,
though-
and I say drink the drink, and I say let's wait 2 days and intercept the cart.
At the same time, though, I believe Master Lightning's plan has merit. If we can,
I say maybe we can post a scout on the road before 10 o'clock to see the escort.
How are we going to contact them faster than they get there?
I do it like a snap point, and I say, what if we intercept the wagon before they pick up the goods, and then pose as them? We can show up with their carriage, with their horses,
There's an
And-
idea.
claim the goods. We're gonna have to fight them anyway. We might as well fight them beforehand before they have.
But
this
then
weapon
fight
maybe
them
they can
and
use it
then
against
lie
us.
and then have fight our. To do both at the same time seems ridiculous.
You
Yeah,
did
it'd be
say-
easier just
you
to
did
wait.
say
till
this-
Yes,
after.
that's
Right.
both missions.
Unless
Good
I'm
point.
getting more reinforcements in town, which I
Yeah.
doubt.
The thing that worries me is the disguise idea is great, and I don't necessarily doubt your talents, but you don't if you fuck this up, then the deal will be off.
Well, the
be
disguise
changed.
fails, and we can still do the second part.
No, why would you be able to do that? They're not gonna.
Yeah, they likely wouldn't give over the goods if they know someone's
know-
after them.
Finian will know what's up, and then the Zentarum will know immediately what's up.
All right,
And
so
then-
you get to choose one or the other. I mean, they're
I
both.
say, look, I can scout and I can send an animal messenger to you and tell you what I saw. I
Perhaps
think
that's our
that'd
best
be-
bet. Is we go.
Well, what does it mean then? If we see 100 guards, or we see 50 guards, or we see 10 guards, like.
Well, that's
What
the
does
point. Is
that mean?
we go a day's march outside of town. Bjorn, you're a druid. You could probably change shape into a hawk or an eagle of some sort and fly faster than any horse might travel.
Out of character, I can't fly yet.
Oh, okay.
But I can send an animal messenger, or I could turn into a fucking horse and ride back to town myself.
Yeah, check and see how many guards there are. If there are too many guards for us to deal with, then we try to deceive Finian. If there are a number of guards that we can handle, then we let them make the transaction and then kill the guards, and then maybe go back for the 1,000 gold later.
Well, honestly, yeah, there's some missing parts here. The guard pulling the old switcheroo in this is not just 1,000 gold endeavor, my friends. It's in fact a.
I'm not putting up my money for that. I've been that's the reason why I've been thinking about this.
Nor am I.
We need two
Oh, okay.
horses.
Well, then yeah, we don't do it.
We need 2 horses. We need carriage.
Okay.
And
Well, then yeah, let's not do it. I don't have any money. I was just hoping you guys didn't want to get hurt. That's fine. Let's do the other one.
How much money does Taurus have?
Probably not 1,000 gold.
He says, "I'll put up my money."
Whoa.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
What?
He has
Taurus
1,325 gold.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Says I'll
How
split it with you. 1,325.
Sorry, everyone likes magic items too much, so you're gonna have a hard time spending anyone's money.
But that's
Because I just
That's
want to
not-
get the forge. I just want to get the.
not enough. That's not enough.
Where are we
for
going to get a
the
carriage?
carriage and 2 horses?
Go to the carriage store. What the fuck?
Well, didn't
What kind of question is that?
Mune say that would be provided for us?
No.
Oh, I misunderstood. Apparently, I misunderstood everything. It's like it's
Yeah,
taking
you
2
gotta listen
days. I
better.
thought it was tonight. There's no horse.
You can. There is a livery in the city above where you can purchase such things.
Didn't Mian say? Did he say that there were multiple carriages?
2. He said there are 2.
Yeah, I thought he
there's-
said there would be two carriages.
2 carriages
wa-
pulled by
two
2
wagons.
horses. So we need 2 wagons and 4 horses.
No, you need 2 horses and 2 wagons.
2 horses and 2
I
wagons.
say I can provide the horses.
Or wagons, yeah.
Well, you can't.
Well, it's up to you. We can just go wait out in the woods. Like I said, it's not a cheap endeavor, but no one gets hurt.
Well, we don't.
And we don't get hurt. I'm sure everyone else will get hurt in some weird way, but we don't get hurt, and that's what matters.
It
The
seems
game
like
of
as good a plan as any.
strategy.
What seems like as good as plan as any?
We wait out in the woods. We send Bjorn to scout and make our next decision from there.
But even then we have had to invest that money in all that stuff by then. So it doesn't work to do both.
It's not like we can just
we have to
kill
choose
Brina
one.
and get our gold back.
Say that again, Dylan.
I said it's not like we can get our gold back if that plan backfires.
Right, I'm saying, okay, out of character. I'm saying, Bjorn, you use your animal messenger, go scout like a day out, find this party, figure out if we can take them or not. If we can take them, we just wait, let them make the transaction, then attack them. If we can't fight them, then we make the decision once your animal messenger gets us more.
Oh, I
information.
see. Yeah, send the
That's what
animal
I'm saying.
message. I thought you were saying like the day of, bring a deer, have it gallop back to us. And, like, tell
No,
us
have
what
it
to do
have it go out
4
now.
hours.
Have
Yeah,
it go out
yeah, send
now
the
and
fucking
gather
bird.
information, and then we make our
If
next
that
decision.
if that's what you want to do, I can fly with him.
You can
Oh, yeah.
fly with him,
He has wings of flying.
Yeah, I
and you
yeah,
don't think that might get noticed? Hey, look, a gnome with wings.
I'll go outside. I'll go outside first. I can keep a distance.
Could I grab on the?
I think the bird's less conspicuous.
I also think the bird's less conspicuous.
Could I grab onto Brina's feet and fly?
Yeah, that's the thing. He can't fly.
I mean, I don't wave.
He
at
has
him.
animal messenger.
His
Yeah,
bird
but
will just go tell him what's up.
we could get back to town faster if I flew with Brina.
Okay. Well, you guys have clearly got a plan I don't really understand. You
Well,
guys
I-
do.
Okay.
'Cause I
Okay. No, if you can do it fast enough, then we'll just not do that.
I could turn into a horse and Brina could ride on my back.
No, we don't. I don't need to go with you.
You have your own
You
scooter,
can-
too.
You can just be a horse.
Yeah.
All right.
If you can be a horse, and then you send your animal messenger back, and then
I just assumed you were going to send a bird, and the bird would come back and tell you. That's what I thought. And
I also
messenger
thought
maybe
that's what was
doesn't.
going on.
No, I wait to see the escort, and then I send a messenger back to you guys to say how many people are in the escort,
Yeah.
and then I would turn into a horse and ride back to town.
I don't think that gives us enough time to go then buy 2 carts. Like if there's maybe
It depends on how fast an animal messenger can move.
Yeah.
Flying one can travel 50 miles per day. So what's that? 2 miles per hour.
Something like that.
And a
Pretty
horse
far.
moves at like a third of a mile an hour. I don't
Those
know.
are really fast.
Yeah, but I don't think they're at full gallop with 2 carts and
Oh yeah, no, I mean if I turn into a horse.
yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, all you need are us 2, but we have to go procure 2 carts, and then we need you to make the horses. So it's like a whole.
Yeah.
It's like you have to just choose one. We can do the attack the cart and just hope that works, or we can buy that and hope that works. I mean, both are you're just banking on it, hoping it works. So
All
Sounds
right.
fine to me.
I say, yeah.
sounds fine to you. What does that mean?
I said
Which one?
my plan to
Oh.
go and fucking intercept
Fight.
the
You wanna
caravan.
Okay.
Pete wants to intercept.
I want to
Yeah,
get
let's
the
go
item.
fight.
I don't want to
Let
try
them
and
pick it
trick
up,
them.
let them make the transaction, and then we attack them afterwards.
Let's take a vote. What does everyone want to do?
Yeah, it's 2v2 right now.
Yeah, and I don't want to presume what Marley would do.
Yeah. So
Marley loves to fight.
Marley would intercept.
He probably would say attack the carrot.
He would 100% attack the caravan.
I say, okay, fine, and I brush my fucking knees and I go to bed for 2 days.
All right, so how would you like to? Do you want to wait in town? You want to watch where the cart goes? Do you want to? How do you want to go about intercepting the caravan?
They're
Do you want to
gonna
go up
I'm gonna
go
go.
up the Black Road and find a place to scout it out?
Yeah. I would.
Mune did say that there were several spots along the Black Road that could be potential ambush sites.
Yeah, I'll look for one of those and I'll just stealthily hide and scope out the escort as it passes.
Yeah, I'd say we'll find out the places that Mune has suggested.
Okay.
Find out about those, and then we could do something like, we could actually have fucking our druid
Oh, maybe.
attach onto the cart somehow.
Yeah,
and
I could
follow
turn into
them.
a spider and wait in the cart.
If you can get on the cart, yes.
That's a good idea.
All right. Is that
Works for me.
Want to act on? So you want to wait in town until the cart arrives. You want to get on there as a spider, and then the rest of you want to go to the ambush spot and wait till it crosses.
Yeah, as in
Well,
we're
when you
already
say it
waiting
out loud,
outside of
that's,
town.
pretty silly.
We're already waiting outside of town when Bjorn gets onto the cart.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say you guys should camp out at one of the ambush spots.
Well, I mean, we it's not like a guaranteed thing that we can have someone go along like that. But
Yeah, I mean,
at
he
the
may
very-
not get on the cart. He'll be stuck there. He'll have to turn to a horse or something and
And if
fall.
that's the case,
At the
yeah,
very least, he can if he is able to do it, then he can figure out if they're gonna like change their route or something like that.
And how long does shape change last for?
it lasts for 3 hours, and I have 2 uses, so 6 hours maximum.
Okay.
Only problem is, Bjorn, let's say you're on the cart and you know that you have some critical information that you need to communicate to us. How do you communicate it with us?
Yeah,
You
I
can't.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, the thing is, like, it would be that hopefully he gets the information before they're already on their way back, and then he could sneak away and come and give us the information.
I could.
Can't you control the weather, Bjorn?
No.
Not yet. That's like a 9th level spell.
No.
Tidal wave.
Oh, right. Druidcraft is predict the weather, not change the weather.
Yeah, I don't have that cantrip either.
That's fine.
Eventually you turn into Storm, but not
Storm of Vengeance.
Well, worst comes to worst, I could jump off the cart. I could send an animal messenger, and then I could turn into a horse and dash over to you guys.
I feel like that would arouse their suspicion. Maybe you shouldn't. What reason would it be for you to go on the cart if you have no way to communicate with us? I say maybe stay with us, and we just wait for
Yeah.
them to pass
I
the.
guess that'd be best.
Yeah.
Sure, sounds good to me.
So, would you like to stay in the city to see the cart, or do you just want to go out into the Blackford Road, and start scouting spots?
Well, that's where they're going to be coming from, right?
They said the intelligence from Drasek was that they are taking the Blackford Road south to Dossyborough.
Okay.
But they didn't say which way they're coming from.
Nope.
And it
Yeah,
doesn't say that on the
they could
legend.
already be in town.
Yeah. I
Is-
say maybe we should wait till tomorrow and see if any further activity happens at Finian's shop.
Yeah, we're gonna have to investigate the shop and also
Maybe like they'll have something at the loading area.
I doubt it.
yeah.
They're not likely to operate in the open like that.
Well, something may change
That's true.
tomorrow. I mean, we have 2 days.
So you want to...
Maybe
Like
we
how-
should scout a location, or send half of our party to scout a location, find somewhere to settle down, and wait for this to come through, and the other half stays here and tries to gather more information on the
Yeah,
caravan.
that's a good idea.
Or we could split up. Half of us go west along the Blackford Road, and the other half of us head south towards Corda Hill, and see if maybe they're coming up the road that way.
Well, that's a bad idea because they could still be in the city.
Already?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be?
It's possible.
Possible.
They could literally live in the city.
I guess, like, why wouldn't they? But also, why would they? Right?
Yeah.
Such as human nature.
Yeah.
Could be either way. We've
I've
got
had my
Yeah, there's
hands-
no knowns, so you kind of have to make a choice.
There's
So-
no not unknowns.
Yeah.
Well, we actually don't have to make a choice because we still have about 30 hours left. 30
Well, we
plus
gotta
hours.
spend the 30 hours
I
planning.
say maybe
Yeah.
Ricky and Dub could maybe try to gather some intel in town, and me and Brina could scout out the ambush spot.
And Taurus can stand in a T-pose.
Yeah.
And Taurus
Yeah.
can yell racial epithets while getting drunk.
That sounds
boy.
Taurus
Taurus
is like, I'm excited about that plan.
Taurus
That
can get
sounds
pumped up
great.
for the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I say
I don't know.
let's
That's the plan.
let's
We
sleep
know
on it and then
We
let's-
just
let's
said we
set
just
out
said
for
the
that.
plan.
Yeah.
We
What?
literally just said the plan.
So we stay. You guys go.
All right, so me and Brina, we're
I don't
gonna
have
scout
like
out.
a.
So
like a
Ricky and Dove are staying
Yeah.
in city to,
gather intel.
Snoop around,
Gather
gather more
intel.
information if we can.
and Brina and Bjorn are going out on the road
Yeah, we're gonna
Mhm.
scout out an ambush spot, and I'll tell them.
on
I'll
Blackford Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we know where the ambush spot is for
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
fucking
and we'll tell Ricky
bird
and Dove,
face then.
if you don't find anything by like noon the next day, then just come to the ambush spot.
Where is that?
Well, yeah, we
They
don't
won't
know
send
where
a
the ambush
bird to
spot
us?
is.
No,
Yeah,
we'll find the ambush spot tomorrow. We can still go back into town.
Yeah,
and
'cause there's
figure out
still
where-
24
Yeah,
hours
yeah,
after
that's
that.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll meet at the bulwark.
So regardless, you guys get a night's rest.
Yay, get all
Um,
my shit back.
Do I have
In the
Yeah,
morning,
still full.
Brina and it's a slightly overcast day, but there's still a decent amount of sunshine.
Some London weather.
Yeah, Brina and Bjorn, you eat. If you guys are staying at the Cross Swords, and it's a gold for the night and the food.
One gold.
1 gold for night and food.
I go back to
Otherwise,
the bulwark. I have no money.
there's no food there though. Is the problem?
I give Ricky.
I
some
use a
money.
ration. I have 4 rations left.
Or you could just eat the ham you had.
Oh, the ham!
Yeah.
Yeah. I go back to the bulwark. I
Salty.
have
You wake
ham.
up in the middle of the night like salty.
What did guys? What did like Mune say to us? Like that she would? Why was she gonna meet us? I can't remember.
I
You
don't
said
think
she
she
said
She wasn't
Or-
going to.
no, but why did we get the coin?
In case we
case you-
need her.
In case we need her.
Yeah.
In case you need to make contact.
Okay. And
Otherwise, she's underground. She is hard to find.
You give it to a shopkeeper, and automatically it's like a free pass.
Okay. I was just thinking that maybe we could ask her something, but never mind. I couldn't remember. I didn't write it down.
What did you want to know?
Nothing. No, I was gonna ask her if she can help us figure out the best way to intercept the.
Can you
Caravan.
do it for us?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, actually, I'm just no one asked.
Yeah,
I
strange.
would have just done
No, she's under orders to stay with Drasek for the time being.
Okay.
Unless it's an emergency, which is what the coin is for. So, Brina and Bjorn, you head out west along the Blackford Road. And how would you like to... So, Bjorn... Mune would have showed you kind of generally where she thinks some good spots are. Would you both make nature checks, please?
Sure. I'm a druid.
You are a druid.
Well, I'm good at this one, guys.
Very good.
it. I was gonna say you're
Very
really
good.
crushing it, because like
Very good on
if that's your nature check, my persuasion check 7.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like,
so you
holy
both
fuck.
make your way. It's almost a full day's travel to the location that you're at, or about 3/4 of a day's travel, and you do find this area that comes to a small ravine, kind of naturally in the rock of the ground, and there is this kind of rickety rope bridge set across it, and above the ravine, cut
This
out.
is in
It
the
seems like
road?
this path was cut out of the rock, so there's these two kind of large cliff faces, probably about 50 feet up or so, that overlook this little bridge area, and the path is kind of clear on both sides.
Wait, the road is the bridge?
The path, the Blackford Road, comes to a bridge, crossing a
Okay.
ravine, and then continues going west.
All right, and there's cliffs overlooking the road.
Yes, to the north and south.
Okay. And what's the terrain after the bridge?
The terrain after the bridge, generally, pretty much the entire road here. It's kind of generally rocky right off the road, but the road itself is pretty well paved through a lot of travel.
Is there any plant life on the road?
Yeah. There's scrubs, scrubby bushes. It's not like verdant plant life because you know it's kind of pretty high up in the mountains, but there are scrubby bushes and patches of weeds.
What is under the bridge? Is it a fall?
Yeah, it's about 20 feet down into into kind of a crevasse, if you will. Seems natural in nature. There might have been like a small river that ran through here at some point, but is no longer there, dried up.
All right. I say to Brina, do you think this is a good ambush spot?
Well, are there any other? Is it from here? It's a straight shot to the entrance of fucking the city.
Pretty much. It's you cross a bridge from the city, and then it's about 3/4 of a day. It took you about 3/4 of a day west to get to this location.
Okay. And all right, sounds great.
Okay. Would you guys like to head back to the city?
Sure.
There's no place closer to the city that overlooks the road that would be going in this direction.
There's tons of places. There's tons of places like where there's woods kind of slightly off of the road, but this is the one that Mune advised. She said it's possible.
This is the one that a 22 gets you. So.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Sounds great.
It looks it seems like a good spot. You've never done any ambushing in your life, so but, it seems like there's possibilities there. But if you can think of a different kind of place, it's just a generally kind of rocky terrain here. It's just that this one has some features to it that could be manipulated.
Okay, great.
All right, and for Ricky and Dove, what would you like to do while you're in the city for the day?
I'm gather information. Do what I do
I don't
best.
really have an information gathering, so I'm gonna just let him do his thing.
It is the thing I do well.
What kind of information would you like to gather?
I already know that the Zentarum don't really do anything in the city. Any specific allies of Finian that I can, do I know of anybody who maybe works with him or trades with him or knows his comings and goings? Is there like a local spy network or thieves guild other than Drasek?
So you're asking Fthoda again, your contact?
Yeah.
Okay. So she says that there might have been somewhat of a local thieves guild a long time ago, but it was driven out mostly by the Mirabarn guards and specifically by the destruction of the city. So that doesn't exist anymore, really. She says that she doesn't know if Finian really has any friends. She doesn't know him. She thinks for a second, says he might have had a wife at one point, or a partner, girlfriend of some sort, but doesn't seem to have one now. She says there's so few merchants left in the city that I mean, they don't meet usually. There's not like it's pretty bare bones here, you know. So
all right. Actually,
much as your contact can tell you.
Sorry, I thought he was done.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh no, I was gonna say while I'm in the city, the Underdark, I'm going to sell my +1 leather armor. Which I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to the respective place. Let's go to where it is. The names of the place.
You can. There was 1 second.
I can flaunt it. So I realize
Flaunt
I have
it.
some
Work it, yes.
Yes,
There was-
Queen Slay.
There was Meditu's Armaments, which
Yeah.
is where Bjorn sold his thing. She accepts all arms and armament at 1/3 their price, no questions asked.
Okay. What is what can I get? I fucking make it look good.
You can get for that.
But I
it's
also
our-
say I give it half price questions to ask.
1 second.
Half price with lots of questioning.
Yeah, ask me questions. I'll give you 100 questions.
Okay, so you go and talk
Half
to
price
Ralph
with double the
Lockman.
questions.
Make a persuasion check to try
0
to
times 2 is still 0.
charm her.
Persuasion. Oh my god, my +7. Yeah. This is the thing. You fucking
Yeah.
use this on the fucking.
So you wink at her a lot, and she looks you
Almost
up and
too
down.
much, but not quite.
Yeah, she looks you up and down, and she's like, "All right, handsome human, all right."
I'm like, oh, you sweet little munchkin.
For the +1 armor, the used +1 armor, she will give you 300 gold.
Yeah, sure. That's great.
All right.
I
She'll take
have
it up.
0. That's a 300% increase. for me.
She will give you the gold. She actually asked, "Would you like it in gold or banknotes?"
Yeah, I heard it before. Old things. I'm old world.
She says, "Frankly, I'm running out of gold the more you guys shop here." And she will satchel up the heavy gold and give it to you.
All right. 300 gold. Okay, that's my.
Anything
I'm sure
else?
I meet Dove and we discuss.
Yeah.
I'll tell him about my gold.
So anything else for the second day?
I want to keep an eye on Finian's shop.
Okay.
Find
I
somewhere.
dressed him up like a mustached version of him with big eyeliner.
Roll a performance check.
Of
Me or
course
him?
I will.
Him. Actually, maybe it'd be a dex check.
It's
Is
not
dex
today.
part of performance? No, it's.
Oh well.
All right. So you sloppily put on the wig. You try to pin the ears back, but it doesn't sit very comfortably.
You just look ugly now. It's
Yeah,
like
you look like someone cosplaying a hobbit.
I mean,
So,
I'm
yeah,
not
you
going
would-
to the shop. I want to stay somewhere nearby and
he's
see
just
if
like a
anybody
weird
comes
looking
or
guy.
goes.
Okay. So you hang around the corner from the store, and how long would you like to hang out and check out the store?
I have nothing else to do today. I spent literally the whole day.
10
waiting.
hours.
So you stay there for probably 2 hours. In that time, you only see like 2 customers go in there. And one of them seems like a dwarven woman. One of them seems like a human male, old. And they both just come out. The dwarven man comes out with like a sack of potatoes kind of slung over his arm. The dwarven man comes out. He actually enters with a pick, like this really ratty looking kind of miner's pick, and comes out with the same pick. And
Good
that's
for
all
it.
you see. You do roll a perception check.
Woo!
You do notice, probably in the 2 hours that you're waiting, out of the back, you do see, out of the bulwark, actually, not the bulwark, the bulkhead, you do see a small, old halfling man come out, who you assume to be Finian. And he walks around the outside, and he's carrying like little bales of hay that he throws into the stalls out in the loading area, and kind of ruffles them out with a rake. But after about 2 hours of standing there, a guard does come up to you and he says, "No loitering in the above city."
Is there any like storehouse nearby? And maybe
You panic and run. Smoke cloud. Fog cloud.
fuck off, run away. No. No loitering,
Go on.
sir.
Go on.
I was just getting some fresh air. And
Fine
I
enough.
turn and walk.
You breathed enough, sir.
Sort of
That's enough.
perpendicular. If like the shop is over here, I walk like this way and try to get around like the other corner of the building and see if the
Okay.
guard is watching me.
The guard will just keep walking in your direction the same way as like if you get pulled over by a cop and then the cop's still behind you after you
Right.
get pulled over. He just follows you.
I look for a tavern or a shop nearby that I can go into and.
Phineas is fine. Good.
There's not a lot of stores open nowadays with the city being destroyed. So a couple blocks away, you can find a small tavern to jump into.
Okay. Does he follow me into the tavern?
No,
Okay.
he didn't seem. It didn't seem like he was like, this kid. He was just kind of going that way
Right.
anyways. Might as well keep an eye on him.
Gotcha. I wait until like I try to keep an eye out the front window, and once he passes by, I go back. But I don't know what to do about this disguise. The like bad disguise.
What, you don't think it looks
He would have
really
said no
good?
loitering young ugly lady.
Lass.
Yeah.
You'd like to
You
go
and I
back?
would have been the most beautiful man and woman partner.
I go back, but I don't spend more than maybe 5 or 10 minutes without looking around and seeing if there's anybody noticing my my posting up here. Sort of, I go back, but I try to do it a little more cautiously.
Okay, I'd
Or
say
no,
that
you
you
know
kind
what
of
I
go,
do?
you go around the other side of the building, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
So you're kind of on another corner, and from here you can see windows
Mrs.
into
Cason.
what seems like the store. You can't see the front of the shop from here, but you can see the windows into where like the counter is. That's what I was trying to say. And make a perception check for me.
Can do.
Good. So you can see probably another 3 customers come in. One of them's another halfling, and you see this through the window into the store. One of them seems like a halfling, comes up, leaves with a ham.
Yay! A ham with a conspicuous cut of it.
Yeah. You see another dwarf man come in and leave with a length of rope. And that seems to be it. It seems like they're mostly customers are just doing general stuff. You see, as the day kind of starts getting later, you can see that Finian, it seems that he's like doing kind of paperwork at the counter, and then he's like looks it over and seems to enter a door near the counter where you don't know where it goes, and disappears out of sight. And the sun's starting to set now.
Well, do these Finian's shop, if I have an accurate mental picture, it's like sort of on the edge of town, right?
Kind of, yeah, near the wall.
Are any of
The
these
broken
people going straight from his shop out of town?
You can follow them if you'd like.
So I'm not near enough to just discern
You're
that.
not near a city gate. It's just a part of the wall. So they're not like climbing the wall and
Right.
getting over.
Yeah, I don't trust my disguise enough to go in there and talk to him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna head back and meet up with Ricky.
All right. So that's the
Whatever, with the
information.
fucking
you
stick
gathered.
ass this guy's
Yeah, with the 4 you rolled.
No, I got an 8. Well, total.
Brina and Bjorn, you both eventually make it back into town unless you would like to do anything else. And you guys can meet up at your preferred location.
Yeah, I'm back at the bulwark. I don't know where these boys are going.
All right. So what time is it now?
You roll into town and it's probably about 10 o'clock at night.
So that means in 24 hours is when the items will be picked up.
Supposedly, yes.
Okay. And it's 3/4 day travel to get to that place.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have much time.
Yeah, we gotta go now.
Yeah, we should probably head out and camp out there.
Yeah.
How many hours have they been traveling?
How
12?
many hours has who been traveling?
You? Didn't you go there and back? So
I'd say it's like half a day because my math was wrong on you coming
Okay.
back. Whatever.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
okay, well they've been up for 40 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Takes about half a day's
Okay.
travel to get
that
there.
makes sense. Yeah,
Even
we can
if
probably
I-
head back there. You guys aren't
And
gonna
I
fall
turned
asleep.
into a horse and let Brina ride me.
Yeah, you probably got back a little faster.
Oh yeah, perfect. I also have a scooter that
You do?
Oh yeah, you're not tired at all. You got a robot.
So you guys pass the
could-
gates with your
I
check-in.
can take a nap.
passes, and sleep till dawn of the day of the job.
Jab.
Man, I was thinking we could like pile up a bunch of rocks. We all should have went.
Oh, I have a plan. Don't worry.
Well, we still have time.
Also, Booge, I forgot to ask. The crevasse that the bridge crosses, like, is there, like, what is the topography? Is there like a land? Is there like a way to get out of it?
So it's kind of a sharp, pretty sharp decline down into kind of the bowl of the
20 feet
crevasse.
drop, you said?
Yeah. It would be pretty tough to climb in or out of it without
There's
gear.
no like natural ramp leading down into it or anything.
No, it's slightly sloped, but there's no like stairs built into it or anything like that.
Okay.
You'd say it would take a bit of effort if you didn't have climbing tools.
Yeah, but there's obviously no way to get like a carriage out of it.
Or 1.5 tons.
There's
worth
a lot
something.
of things there's a lot of magic in the world, and there's a lot of
World's
ingenuity in
got
people's
plenty of
minds.
magic.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
a bunch of
there's
dead
no
bodies.
there's no easy road to take to get out of it if you're in the carriage.
No easy road, no.
Okay.
Not unless you thought up something real good.
Well, luckily Taurus has like a 20 strength, so he'll just lift
Yeah.
it.
All right,
he's just
so
gonna carry 3,000 pounds of stuff.
dawn of the last day.
This wasn't my idea.
Whoa, is this
I'm
Majora's
trying to
man?
figure it out.
Yeah, pretty much. Dawn of the day of the job
Bum, bum.
of the dead. And what would you guys like to do? It's morning.
All right. I've actually got to go to bed. This is
I know.
half an hour later. So yeah, I'm just doing what everyone else do. If they want to go, they want to wait.
Yeah, I'd say we're heading off to the place.
Yeah.
and
So
we can
everyone's
wrap it up.
going to the ambush spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
Any last things you want to get before you go, or do before you go?
I don't think so. Not
No.
for me.
I'll get some rations. I get 5 days worth of rations.
Okay, 1 gold.
1 gold. All right.
Have we?
5 days.
I mean, we didn't say we did this, but would we at some point have checked in with Droop and let him know what's going on?
You can if you want.
Hey, Droop,
yeah.
we're going on an adventure. Bye, Droop.
He says, "Oh, you're doing the job for the contact that I had. Good.
Right, sort of just like letting him know what the sitch is.
Yeah. He wishes you luck.
We saw the horrible moon-faced monster, and now we're...
He says, sorry, Drasek he's a little weird, but I trust him."
Little?
Yeah,
Says, I didn't want to spoil the surprise of meeting him. He's a little hard to describe anyway.
I guess I would ask, because we're gonna need something to carry this stuff back with, aren't we? Do you guys think it'd be a good idea to maybe get a wagon of our own so we can carry these things back in a concealed way? Because it might be difficult.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I thought that was something that we were going to do on our way out of town.
Droop, do you know of anywhere where we can you get us a deal or anything like that on a fucking horse cart?
Says, in the city above, no, but he thinks for a second. He says, but I can finance it.
Perfect. Yeah, I guess we'll need enough for
2 horses, 2 carts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's be 100 and then basically like 400 gold roughly for the whole shebang. And he'll hand you out like 400.
Okay. So yeah, we
In gold or notes?
He'll give it to you in notes.
Ah,
And he says, so much lighter. And he hands you these banknotes that are about the same size as your city pass. And they 1 second. They say, does anyone speak Dwarven?
Yo!
Taurus does,
Taurus.
and you do too. There is
Oh wait,
just
no, I changed
Dwarven.
that. I don't speak Dwarven.
Okay. There's just Dwarven runes scrawled across it that actually kind of shimmer in the same way your pass does, and it's the same. It's like on a square piece of vellum, And in Dwarvish it says, from the mountain, wealth, from Moradin, protection.
Oh.
Say that again. I want to write it down.
From the mountain, comma, wealth, period. From Moradin, comma, protection, period. End quotation. Anyways, he will hand you 400 gold in Mirabarn banknotes. 400 gold's worth of Mirabarn banknotes.
Wait, I'm sorry. Droop is saying
Droop.
this to us. I thought
Yep,
you were saying it
uh-huh.
was like written on the banknotes.
No,
It is.
it is.
Gotcha.
No, it's written
I'm
on
like,
the banknotes.
I don't know. My brain is
Banknotes that he
fucking
gives-
broken today.
yeah,
I can't
he's
do anything.
You go back up to the city above, and you find the livery, which is it's actually outside of the walls of town, out by some of the open mines that are kind of dot the landscape, and give the livery owner the 400 banknotes. He will pull around with two really raggedy ass horses and two carriages that are kind of attached to each other in the center, so it's almost like a truck that has two loads kind of hitched together. They kind of move separately, and that's what you have if you want to ride out to the ambush spots.
Yep.
Do it to it. It's time.
All right, you make your way there. Is Kyle ran out to do something?
He's probably like getting ready for bed or some shit.
All right, well, we're ending here anyways. Yeah, so you guys start bustling yourself. Who would like to drive the wagon?
Probably Bjorn, since he's the animal handler.
Okay.
I don't assume he has any problem with that. I also could if he objects to it.
Two people can fit on the pilot. So.
I'm gonna hitch I'm gonna try to see if I can hitch the scooter on there as onto the front as well to see if we can make it so that we can get there a little faster.
Make a tinkering check.
I
like
don't
it.
know how to
I
do
like
that.
it.
Intelligence plus 2 times proficiency.
Okay, so intelligence
14.
plus, so it's 20.
Okay. So you are able to, with your tinkerer's tools, you're like, hold on before we go, and you take some of the bridle and some of the tack and harness material, and you're able to bend it around and hook it into your cart, into your moped. The question is, you fire it up as it's sitting there. I'd like Bjorn to make an animal handling check because the horses begin freaking out.
Oh, no.
13, you're able to calm them down enough, and they are suspicious, and they actually kind of keep a wide berth from it, even though it's attached to the same bride. You want to put this on as part of the driving force, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll cast speak with animals and tell them that everything is okay.
And they're like, I don't trust. What the fuck is that weird, loud horse?
They're like, no, he's weird. Just it's okay. You
It
won't hurt
smells awful.
That weird,
I know
loud
it.
dinosaur-shaped horse.
It's not a dinosaur. It's a moped. So it takes a while, but you're able to assuage them, though they don't stand too close to it. And you pull a little bit faster now with the horsepower of magic to the
The horsepower.
to
Power of horse
the
magic.
ambush spot. And so, what do you want to do with the huge carriage and wagons and horses at the ambush spot?
I'd say we'd probably split into two teams. One that is working on figuring out how to conceal the fucking wagons, and another to do whatever Bjorn's plan is. And I'll say, before you say anything, we're not gonna throw everything in the ditch, right?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna throw it in the ditch. That's the best way to kill everyone.
No. Then how are we gonna get the goods out of it?
Oh, I don't know. This is your plan.
Hit it with a sword.
Oh, yeah, let's hit it with a sword.
What?
No.
Let's just hit it with a sword. I'm sure it'll
Yeah,
die.
whoever said we're throwing them in the ditch? We
Well, there's
kill
a
them and then
bridge
throw their
here.
corpses in the ditch. That's fine.
Okay,
Don't
well, I mean, you guys
react
got to
to
do it. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Sorry, it's
Good night,
like
man.
it's half an hour later than 40 minutes later. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. How much do you think that 2 giant eagles could carry? They have 16 strength.
Not 3,000 pounds, Dylan.
Not 3,000 pounds.
All right. There's no harm in asking. Calm down.
Maybe a
true.
rock could carry that much, but not two giant
A
eagles.
rock. What challenge rating is the rock?
Like 18 or something.
Oh Jesus!
It's a gargantuan bird. Massive.
How about 8 oxen? They have 18 strength.
8 oxen. Yeah, all pulling together could. Or 2 horses, 2 draft horses like you have.
At the end of the day, though, we have no reason to push them down into the ravine.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast.
I was gonna say, if worst comes to worst, we can cross that bridge when we get to it. But
No,
And you
that's
are at a
there
bridge.
yet.
not the plan. I'd rather not kill any more horses than I already have.
Understandable.
That's your character arc now.
Bjorn, the horse-killing druid.
Yeah. So what are your plans?
We could put it. Are there any? I guess it is like a ravine. Could we? If we know they're coming from the city, couldn't we just go down the road from them?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So we don't need to hide the art.
Well, the cart will be up on the cliff, so they won't be able to see it, right? Because
How are we gonna get it up on the cliff?
The cliffs are natural. There's no road.
no,
to
there's
it.
like a
The cliffs kind of encompass around the road which you're going through. So it's like
yeah.
threading.
They
in the
overlook the bridge.
Right. So my question remains: how do we get it up onto the cliff?
You just drive it up around.
You think that would be pretty tough to get the whole carriage and horses up there because it's just wood and rock, like woods and rock. Pretty. It's like a part of it's. In Massachusetts, when you're part of the highway, they blow out like the fucking cliff face on either side that you drive through it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Like
like
the ledge. Yeah, it's kind of like that on a much smaller scale.
Okay, and leading up to it is like a rocky terrain.
Yeah.
All right.
I still say we just leave it, 100 paces down or something, and summon the cart when we need it.
Yeah, we can do that.
What time is it right now?
So right now it'd be getting right around noon.
Noon.
Yep. You got there kind of a little faster because of
your goat friend or whatever it is.
Yeah. Your moped. Scary magic horse.
Scary
So
horse.
I want to keep an eye out and see if I see any travel on the road.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
going here, you probably only pass like one, or actually I should say one like small single horse cart probably passed you on the way.
I'd
Send someone
say.
up to the top of the
Yeah.
cliff.
We'll keep the.
scout.
Yeah. Keep going. I'm gonna say what you're saying. So.
Send someone up to the top of the cliff to scout. If they see something, let us know. We will then send the cart on its way down the road, pretending to just be normal traders
Yes.
traveling the road.
Yeah.
And then turn around and then go off the road and wait for them to come back.
Yeah, because we'll be expecting to see these guys between like 1 and 3 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, you think it would be pretty late if they're picking up at 10.
So yeah, we're gonna be watching very diligently for anyone coming in any direction.
How much does our carriage weigh?
Ooh, including the horses?
No, not including them.
Probably 500 pounds.
Okay.
Both of the wagons.
I'm gonna go get a beer.
I'm gonna take a piss because I'm about to piss my pants. But think your thoughts out.
Yeah.
Dylan, who's this piss and beer break brought to us by? Oh, Dylan also went to AFK. I hear him in the kitchen, mumbling and yelling. So it's just me. Hey, Pete, beer me!
All right. 3. So, what's the plan, gents?
So tell me if this sounds stupid.
Okay.
I want to detach the horses from our wagon.
Okay.
Once we get to the cliff, I mean. And then I
Mhm.
want to cast Conjure Animals to summon 2 giant eagles and have them pick up the wagon and put it up on the cliff.
Okay. This is interesting.
You think that would work?
Well, let's see. I need to look up conjure animals, or can you just put that in the thing for me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me put that in.
Conjure animals. You sound
Conjure Animals.
what is it's within the challenge rating?
Yeah, they're challenge rating 1, so I can summon 2 of them.
All right.
And they have 16 strength.
Okay. What is that rule?
And also, how does it seem like it would be difficult to get the wagon down from the cliff, like naturally?
Naturally, yeah, you'd have to just push it down the rocks
Okay.
and just see what happens.
All right.
But how long do these beasts last?
Up to
An hour.
An hour. Okay. It definitely seems plausible if you want to give it a try.
What do you think, guys?
Do you share that plan out loud?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about bay eagles and whether or not they could hoist 500 pounds. You're the nature man. You tell me.
Wait, what the fuck are you trying to do?
He's
He
going
wants to
summon
summon
2
two eagles. Each one of them takes the empty carriages and places them on top of the.
Wait, is there 1 or 2 carriages?
There are 2 carriages, 2
But
wagons.
wait, why do we need to put them on top of the cliffs?
So that they're hidden and no one will see them.
Wouldn't they be able to see them coming down the road from afar?
Well, you said there's woods on top of the cliff, right?
It would be tough to see because there is like trees up there and shit. It's
Yeah,
possible that they could
I
see, but
assume
at night, it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I assume we could hide them.
How long can you summon the fucking
1 hour.
eagles?
1 hour.
Yeah, go ahead and like do some experiments. See if you can hold it up in the air without fucking destroying our carriages, and then go for it.
All right,
Okay.
I'll give it a try.
So you make some motions in the air with your hands, and you see this kind of green energy come up from the ground, and all of a sudden, it coalesces into these 2 giant winged beasts, 2 giant eagles next to you, and they caw up into the air. As the giant eagles try to pick up 1 wagon each, would you like them to do 2 to a wagon, or 1 wagon?
Yeah.
2 to a wagon.
2 to a wagon. Yeah.
Roll a strength check with advantage for the eagles.
4 eagles.
Yeah.
Like with their stats.
Yeah, because they're the ones doing it.
Okay, so they have +3. Each one.
They don't have athletics, do they?
Good question. Check.
Probably not. I can check.
Is it an eagle or a giant eagle?
Giant.
Eagle.
They do
Giant
not
eagle.
have athletics.
No athletics.
So yeah, just roll a d20 plus 3 with advantage.
Okay. Oops.
All right. That's not advantage.
That'd be 18.
18. Yeah, so both of them, you can see the claws kind of pierce into the wood on the side, the talons kind of crunching through them, but both of them start straining, and eventually they're picking up one of the wagons, and it's now moving as they're beating. Would you like to go on the north or south ledge?
What do you think, guys? I'd say north.
A nod's as
Doesn't
good
matter.
as a wink to a blind bat.
All right, they land, dropping the carriage on the ground, or placing the carriage on the ground, and roll again with advantage for the second cart.
How long does it take for them to carry 1 carriage up there? Is it a matter of like 30 seconds, a minute or 2, something like that?
Probably like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Less than an hour, so that's all that matters. Oh
Ooh.
no! Oh
Which-
no!
For
7.
okay, so this one, the eagles, you tell them to do it, and they're like at you, kind of squawking like "fucking fuck you," but They do it anyways. Both of them grab in.
I'm calling my
they
union
start
rep.
Pulling it up. They start pulling it up, but the strain of their muscles is too much, and they drop the cart.
Shit.
I would like you to roll. I'd like you to roll 5d6 for me.
5D.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
What have I done? Oh Jesus.
17. All right, it hits the ground, and you see one wagon wheel immediately snap off and hit the woods. You see the back end of the wagon kind of crack as it hits, but it's not as bad as it could have been. You think it can be repaired?
Can I cast mending on the crack?
On the crack, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
I
wheel's
track
gonna
where
take
the
some-
wagon. I track where the wagon wheel went, and I go and grab it, and I immediately start tinkering around with it to try and fix it back onto the
All
thing.
right.
And
It
I say,
seems like-
no more of this. This is
So you assess. You can roll a tinkering check for the wagon wheel. You can do mending. It fixes the crack. Some of the wood kind of comes back and reattaches with each other. What'd you get, Pete? Oh. Yeah, you look at it and you assess it's going to take about an hour to get this wheel back on because
it's a 27.
Yeah, you're like it can be done. It's just going to take time because the spoke is now bent inside. It broke off inside that part of the axle, and you're like, I can do it, but it's going to take an hour.
I thank the giant eagles for their help, and I.
Well, wait, before you dismiss them, we already have a cart up there. How are we going to get it down?
He just
Call
said,
more eagles.
No, Booch said that it could come down naturally.
No,
Yeah, I thought he said it'll be really difficult.
I mean you have to come up with something. Otherwise, you're just pushing it off a cliff face.
I mean, when is it? Can you summon eagles
I thought
tomorrow?
I thought there was like a ramp leading up to the cliff.
Kind of, but it's not. It's like sheer. It's like jagged rocks and like trees.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
wagons aren't gonna fit. Okay, so fucking so by the time we get this stuff, we might as well just we probably should just bring that thing back down, because I don't know how your spells work, but if you can't do this again to bring them down later, this is gonna be a waste of time.
Dylan, it looks like that.
What's that?
That's like, correct me if
fuck
I'm
is
wrong,
that?
Booch,
Yeah,
but
but I
that's
thought
like what
it
I'm.
was like,
Yeah, like that. Not quite that. Probably as tall as like the first level there.
yeah,
It's
my
like that on-
impression was that there was like a natural land ramp leading up to it somewhere.
There is natural land, but it's it's not. It's uneven and it's rocky, and to pilot it would probably take. It would take a while. It would be very hard to get horses up there, and even harder to move the wagon with the horses and not damage the wagon.
Yeah, but what about bringing it down?
Yeah, it's going to be just as hard, if not harder, because you could lose control with it on a decline.
All right.
Maybe we
Sorry
should
if I
take
wasn't clear about that.
Well, I wouldn't have done it if I'd known that.
maybe we should take our time and have these eagles try to bring that other cart down, and just carry on with trying to, someone goes up top and scouts, and if they see something, then we just pretend to be
Alright,
merchants
so-
traveling along the road.
I'll like give the.
I like
Eagles
the
some
idea,
food.
though, Dylan. I think that's like super genius, using your conjure animals to
I
try
wasn't
that.
clear. So I'll give them some food and let them rest for a bit, and then I'll ask them to bring the cart down.
All right, they don't eat any of the food because they're fey spirits, but they will go up, and you can make another strength check with advantage.
Come on, eagles! Come on, eagles!
The Eagles.
Wow, are you
Jesus
kidding me?
Christ.
How does that
All right.
happen?
So
How does that happen?
they pick it up and try to move it off. When they're over the
Oh,
ground, they
no.
lose grip, and I'd like you to roll another 5d6.
Can anyone tell me how that happens?
Bad luck.
How does that happen?
All right, this one
Oh no!
cracks straight down the middle.
Oh, no.
And is completely fractured now in the road. This would take quite a bit of work to fix. You have two broken carts now in the road. What would you like to do?
I will get working on them immediately. I'll say, you fucking dwarf. Time to forge some wood.
Have you seen this?
Say, come help me.
So you come. You can spend an hour to fix the wagon wheel on one of them.
Mhm.
The other one you think is beyond repair. It is completely cracked all the way in half.
Jiminy Christmas.
You'd have to have it taken to a woodworker's shop or a cartwright and actually have it banded back together with iron.
Well, I mean, we can always steal the wagon that they're using to transport the goods.
Yeah, hopefully. So wait, the other wagon should be repaired though.
Yeah, you can. You have one workable wagon after an hour if you use your tinkering tools to take out the spoke out of the axle,
Yes.
put it in, and fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that.
Okay.
And then I'll spend the rest of my time trying to get everyone to help me hide the broken cart. Fucking
Well, I was gonna say
break it up
we
into
could
tiny pieces, spray it all over the fucking ground. I don't fucking
we
care.
could maybe leave it here to force the the caravan that's traveling this way to have to stop and go around it, and it's a natural blockage.
Do we want to intercept them before or after the bridge?
So the broken carts are before the bridge right now.
Plus, if all goes terribly awry, I can blow up the bridge. Then they can't escape.
Yeah,
Well, they can escape. They just turn around.
Well, they turn around and go back to Mirabar, but they can't escape us.
Well,
Well, what?
Ideas. What do you guys want to do?
Dylan?
like when they come or right now?
Well, I'm saying for right now, let's leave the broken cart in the middle of the road so that when these guys show up, they see the broken cart and then they go, oh, bother, we have to steer around this. This is going to take some time. And then we go, haha, we're the dandy highwaymen. We're here to rob you. And then we rob them.
Well, they're gonna have to slow. They're gonna have to slow down because of the bridge anyway.
Well, can we push the broken cart in front of the bridge? Maybe not now because I don't want to block traffic.
The broken cart is in front of the bridge right now.
Yeah. But
Not
I mean,
directly, but
yeah.
there's a small amount of space, but around the
I mean,
cart.
if someone
Let's move the broken cart to the other side of the bridge so that they will have to slow down on the bridge anyway. We're not going to block the road, but if we once they get there, if we have enough time, we'll throw the cart pieces in front so they can because we'll see them ahead of time, and we'll move cart pieces in front so they have to slow down more so we can shoot them.
Well, I'm gonna cast.
That's
I'm
what we're
cast,
gonna do.
Sleep-
No more spells.
I don't want to break the bridge.
Neither do I. I said we're gonna shoot them
Yeah. But
after
I
they
don't
cross the
wanna-
bridge.
You want to push the cart to the other side of the bridge?
No, the cart's broken. We're gonna lift the cart and move it across the bridge.
I
Well, I
still
don't
don't
wanna
understand
fight.
why.
I don't want to fight on the bridge because then if the bridge
Yeah, like
breaks,
why move to the other side of the bridge? I don't understand, Pete.
we need the cart.
They have to slow down to get on the bridge.
Yeah.
Are we going to jump them on the other side of the bridge?
We should just intercept them before they get to the bridge.
Okay, great. Then let's do that, but the opposite. Do it in front of the bridge.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So you want to take the broken bridge to the other side of the bridge?
No.
No.
You want to take the?
No, we're not doing that at all. Now that's
Okay.
staying where it is.
We don't want to do it now because
Put the
we don't-
fucking card on the side of the thing. Then when they come, if we're fucking feeling it, we're gonna put it in front, slow them down. But they're gonna slow down anyway to get on the bridge. They get to the bridge, they're slow. We shoot them with our guns, and then they die, and we take the stuff.
Okay. So you want to do nothing with the wagons?
We're gonna
Well-
wait until later and then push it in front of the bridge.
Okay. So where would you guys like to hang out until nighttime?
I'm gonna
At least-
attempt to stay hidden on top of the cliff and look for traffic.
And where? So there's a north and a south cliff face. Where do y'all want to be?
Someone should be definitely up on the cliff, whoever's good at perception. Cough, cough, me and Bjorn. I think Brina might also be good at perception.
I'm not good at perception, but I can see very far.
Okay, Bjorn and I can maybe take shifts, but just keep an eye out. If we see anyone coming along the road that looks like they could be the caravan that we're going to try to rob, then we send the working cart to just start moving along the road as if it's just a normal wagon, and we just say hello and then drive past them like nothing's up. But otherwise, we just keep an eye out for anybody coming our way.
Okay, so the north or the south cliff face?
Let's go with looking at the map, I would say the south, so that we can I doubt we can, but maybe see the road to the south of Mirabar, though it seems really far away.
Okay. And
I arbitrarily chose south.
So you and Bjorn are going to be up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would the rest of you like to be?
You mean
Waiting
Where?
in secret near the bridge.
In the woods?
Yeah.
North or south?
North.
Roll a stealth check. And
Okay.
Ricky and Taurus will join you in stealthy activity. All right. Okay. And you guys just want to wait here for the rest of the day in your positions?
Is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
possible to take a long rest while Dub takes over?
Not if you're making a concerted effort to stay hidden and check things out.
Fair enough.
All right. So along the day, you see probably two small one-person carts come along. One of them is this looks like an elderly tiefling man. And he comes up around to the wreckage, and the other cart on the road just kind of stops, and he's like on his horse, and he just like kind of looks it over. And then he just keeps going across the bridge.
Perfect. So far, so good.
The second one, you see a dwarven woman on horseback, no carriage. She's just on a horse, and also like kind of takes a wide berth around the thing and just continues across the bridge. And this is kind of getting into nighttime. So you guys wait until late at night. The sun sets. It is pitch black outside. And you can tell that this is not a road that's used very much these days, not with the horde about. And I would like both Bjorn and Dove to make perception checks for me.
Okay.
Ooh. Good thing you rolled well, because I didn't.
All right.
I'm also going to be using my fucking sick-ass goggles to be on the lookout this whole time.
Also, I forgot to ask you, Brina, would you like to be on what side of the bridge would you like to be? Cart side or after cart side?
Cart side.
Oops.
Okay. To the north, you said.
Yes.
All right. So I would like you.
And I'm gonna have my scooter like down at the bottom, like covered in some brush.
Okay.
In front of the bridge.
I would like you, Brina, to make a perception roll with advantage, because I don't feel like rolling for the other two people that are with you. So let's just say y'all looking out. Roll with advantage for me.
Okay.
Very good. So, from down the road, about 2:30 a.m., you do hear
Time for our cliffhanger.
for you hear the clomping of hooves, multiple hooves, and eventually you do see two large black steeds coming down the road. At the pilot seat, you see two cloaked in black figures. And then you see the two carts that are both adjoined to each other. Over the top of them is these kind of oddly shaped mounds underneath tarps that are tied down to the carts.
Yeah, I picture like a tractor trailer that has like a missile on it, but there's just like a
Pretty much.
blanket over it. It's like, that's clearly a missile, but it's got a blanket over it.
It's carrying some kind of cargo. On top of that cargo, on top of that cart, you see
On top of the blanket, like the thing
on
covering
top
it.
of the blanket.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 6 more figures cloaked in black.
Okay.
That seem to have some kind of like something hanging from their arms. On the second cart behind them, you see another 6 figures cloaked in black.
Christmas.
And they're just riding along up the road. Bjorn, you also hear to the south in the woods, you hear some kind of rustling. Hard to say what it is, but it seems like there was something moving through the woods.
Okay.
Would you guys like to do anything? This
Yeah.
cart, it is approaching the cart and the broken cart and the bridge.
So it's on the road, not on the cliff.
It's on the road.
The thing.
You can't get on the cliff with a wagon.
No, I mean the thing rustling in the woods.
It seems to be from where you are. So I imagine you guys are kind of on top of the cliff, kind of hiding. It's down from you, to the south in the woods,
Can I
adjacent to the road.
see if I recognize like the patterns of the like how
Footfalls.
the footfalls? Yeah.
Make a nature check for me.
Okay. 21.
Human.
Human.
Yeah.
Okay. I whisper to Dub. There's a human approaching from the south.
Approaching us up here on the cliff, or just passing through the woods?
On the road.
Well, Dove would have actually told him, I hear something in the woods. That would have clued him into hearing and like taking a closer listen. He says humans to you.
Okay. Can I whisper to Brina? Is she too far away?
Oh, she's way too far away.
All right.
You're on the,
how many
you're on the
feet?
cliff face here. They're way down on the other side in the woods.
Give me a ballpark number of feet from me to.
It would be 60, 70 feet.
Cool. I cast Whisper.
Okay. Do you have to be able to see? You don't have to. You have to be able to see that
I
person.
don't believe so. Sorry, message, not whisper. Yeah, no, it just says creature within range.
Okay. It's always so weird because it's like I cast it, but I don't know where it is. But
I would assume that when they go
yeah.
over and they're like setting up camp for the day,
Yeah.
they would be like, "We're over here."
What would you like to message?
I say, blah. There's a human moving through the woods to the south. Looks like these are our guys. Get ready.
Okay. I say, okay, ready. Stop the cart. Blow it up. Do your thing that you're gonna do.
So the cart now, Brina, I'd say that you and Ricky and Taurus are about 30 feet horizontally from where the bridge starts. So the cart is now approaching you.
How far apart are the carts?
The carts are conjoined.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the
It's like a big like tractor trailer where they have 2 hauls that they're carrying. So it's kind of like these 2 independent things being hauled by one driving force.
all right.
So you're looking out in the woods right now, Pete, from where you are, and the wagon is now crossing across you.
What? I don't understand.
You're looking through the woods. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
The road is moving perpendicular to you.
Mm-hmm.
This way. Right over here, about 30 feet away, is the start of the bridge where the ravine is. The wagon's coming this way. So it's right now crossing your sight from where you're staring out into the woods.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can draw it if you need me to.
No, it's fine.
What would you like
Got
to do?
Are the other 2 mages gonna do anything, or am I gonna do something that I would do? Because if no one's
like
gonna do
when you
anything,
whisper back
I'm
to me, like,
I'm gonna
okay,
park the bike in front of everyone, and I'm gonna fly out, and I'm gonna start throwing acid things at the 14 guys in front of us. 'Cause I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
I'm ready to cast summon some meteors and start.
I cast Sleet Storm on the carriage.
As-
centered
so-
on the carriage.
Let me just make one thing clear. When I message to you, I'm like, they're coming. It's almost time. And then you say, okay, let's do it. That's when I cast most minute meteors and start firing meteors at these guys.
So Sleet Storm.
It doesn't do any damage.
but I need to
they,
know what it does.
They all need to make dexterity checks, and it's difficult terrain.
So it's within 40-foot radius and a point you choose.
And I'll cast it so I don't hit Brina or anybody.
Okay. Do you want to hit the horses as well?
Yeah.
All right. What did you do with your horses?
They're probably in the woods over there where they're hiding, right, with the cart.
All right.
Or it's like farther down the road, and we just like tied them up and.
So a massive amount of sleet starts falling down from the skies and covers this area. Brina, where you're like hiding in the woods, you just see these large like clumps of ice scatter across the ground. You also see, as it's falling on the cart, none of the figures are moving. They're just sitting where they are, where they were.
Oh, fuck.
Do they keep moving, or do they like stop?
The horses stop. And the horses kind of freak out as they're being pelted with ice. What?
Do they fall prone?
That's a good question for the horses. What do they need to beat?
15.
Yeah, so both of them and land. They're making like horrible bleeding noises. They might have broken their legs or internal organs. Yeah, bad luck with horses.
But the druid has killed more horses than anything.
No, I didn't do any damage.
Well, you didn't kill them, but
they slipped on the ice. Have you ever seen a horse fall? They have a lot of weight. Anyways, so they start as it's pelting the side of the wagon. Brina, as you're looking out across the road, you see one of the figures just fall over into the road, and as it does, you can see the head separates from the torso, and inside you see spill out is just straw.
Out of the horses?
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Wait, hang on. Establish that. The horses, when they...
The horses fell over like real horses.
The horses are not filled with straw. The men are filled with straw.
Yeah.
Like a straw man?
Right. No,
Do you get that?
Have we been had, boys?
We may have been had.
Does Brina see anyone to the south?
No. Just darkness, dark road, and unmoving creatures on top, one of which fell over, seems to be full of straw.
Shit.
Well, this is bad.
Or really
So anyways.
fucking great.
So there's our
Thanks
cliffhanger,
for-
huh?
Yeah, thanks for playing. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
It seemed like you guys are kind of miserable for a little while.
No, I
but
mean...
I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
When it comes to like
just
motivation
pissed
for
that
doing
I,
this stuff, I'm surprised that Ricky was so ready to be like, yeah, sure, let's go. Let's help this weird guy. I'm like,
it wasn't that. It was when you guys had to plan. It seemed like you getting pretty miserable. But that's fine.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything. I'm having a really bad day.
Yeah.
And I have to go to bed.
All right.
But yeah, I will. I can talk more about it soon tomorrow.
Right.
Okay.
All
Happy
right.
birthday, by the way.
Well, it's no
you.
longer your birthday. Happy post-birthday. 10 minutes after your birthday.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
We actually have someone in the chat because
Wow.
I was streaming this, asking if we have a schedule. We play every Wednesday,
Mostly
around like 7 or 8 Eastern time. Right here. I guess I will keep streaming them, but Shep specifically asked, a friend of ours, asked me to stream this one. Usually I just record it and put it up on YouTube. I used to stream everything. Do we have a link to the YouTube playlist, Booj? Do you have one offhand?
Yeah, I can get one.
I can also get one. I just didn't know if you like had one ready.
I'm not in your chat. Also, if you go to my Twitter, the link is in my profile.
Well, I also have one that's I can just go to the.
Or you can
That
just go
is
to
the
your
playlist
webpage.
with the full thing. We've been doing this for about a year and a half, give or take. We've
Yeah,
got
we started in
36
April 20.
episodes, and most of them are between 2 and 4 hours. So there's a lot of content to take in if you're so inclined. But yeah, every Wednesday we will be playing.
Mostly every
we'll be here.
Wednesday.
I mean, if knowing that there are people who actually want to watch, that gives me more reason to actually stream it. So thank you for the follow. Thanks for tuning in. Pinkatron 2000 also says that the DM is really good.
Hey, thank you.
So yeah, lots of love from Pinkatron 2000. We've got a new fan.
Sweet.
Also saying that part of. I believe it is a she. She mentioned her husband. I don't want to assume. Could be a man who also has a husband. I have no problem with that. I'm being cisgendered and assuming that
Just get to your point, Brandon.
Anyway, saying in her first game, learning D&D, playing 5th edition, playing City of the Spider Queen, which I thought was a pretty bold undertaking. So yeah,
Menzo Battens and
But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the VOD here, and it'll be up on YouTube in 24 hours because of the Twitch affiliate rules that I can't put it anywhere for 24 hours.
Really? Those are rules?
Those are rules. Yeah, I mean,
Really?
I'm not gonna
I
get
know
in
that.
trouble for doing it, but better safe than
Yeah.
sorry.
That's interesting.